Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so here we are again with another model paper number 4 for the NIPER JEE 2026. Alright, so here we will be having the pharmaceutical chemistry portion in the start, then we will be having the leftover pharma portions, the �々𝙎𝑎𝑠𝑎𝑠𝑡𝑖cs and the cognosy, and after that we will be having the non-pharma segments. So this is how in this today's model paper we will be having the questions. So let's get started for the session, and do let me know in the chat section, are you all getting my video and audio properly or not? Faster, faster, faster. Okay. Alright, so I guess the strength in this today's class is a bit low. Why is it so? Why? Okay, so let's start the session by the first question from the pharmaceutical chemistry portion. So first of all, we will be having the pharmaceutical chemistry and the allied subjects, and then the pharmaceutical analysis. So the first question this today's model paper we are having is substituted biphenyls. So we are having substituted biphenyls. So substituted biphenyls, so what kind of phenomena? Rotamerism, that is somehow related to rotational isomerism, that is conformational isomerism, atrope isomerism, tautomerism, and none of these. So tautomerism is a kind of structural isomerism, that is also known as the constitutional isomerism. Here we are having the change in the bondings. Okay, so this is a kind of structural isomerism. In the case of atrope isomerism, if we are having biphenyl system with the bulky ortho substitutions, the single bond that is present between both the biphenyl rings is having a restricted rotations, and because of this restricted rotation we are having one benzene ring, one phenyl ring, suppose in this plane. So the other phenyl that we are having, that will be having in this plane because of the bulky substituents of these ortho, and here we are having what? These ortho groups. So the ortho groups are so much repulsive because of the bulkiness, so they are having two different phenyl rings into different planes, and that is why we are having restricted rotation around that single bond. And because of this we are having the compound as the optically active, that is known as the atrope isomerism. Such kind of phenomena is known as the atrope isomerism. Atrope isomerism. All right, so the first question is having B as the right answer. For a spontaneous reaction, free energy is, so for a spontaneous reaction, the free energy, that is also known as the Gibbs free energy. So delta G is equals to what? Delta H minus T delta S. This is what the formula we are having for the Gibbs free energy. This is the Gibbs free energy. Free energy. All right. So in the case for spontaneous, if the delta G is negative, or we can have the delta G positive, or the delta G having the value 0, this represents the spontaneous reaction. This is for the spontaneous reaction. This is for the non-spontaneous reaction. Non-spontaneous reaction, and this represents like the reaction is in equilibrium state. All right, so the value of G, if it is negative, then the reaction will be spontaneous. What is the value of H? For a spontaneous reaction, the delta H must be having negative value. For spontaneous, delta H positive for non-spontaneous reaction, and delta H 0 for equilibrium. And for the entropy, that is change in entropy, if delta S is positive, it means the reaction is spontaneous. That happens by own. Delta is negative, it means the reaction is non-spontaneous. And if we are having delta S is equals to 0, it means the reaction will be in the equilibrium state. Alright, so this is what we are having for different values of delta H, delta G and the delta S. So for a spontaneous reaction, free energy, it must be always a negative value. It must be a negative value. So yes, that is the right answer. Negative. Okay, next we are having is what? Enthalpy is related to. So what is enthalpy? What is this change in heat? So enthalpy, that is what? The total energy content. What is the enthalpy? The total energy content of a system. How much energy a system is actually having, that is its enthalpy. That is its enthalpy, and we always measures the change in enthalpy. All right, so measurement is done in this form, but okay, so enthalpy is, it is having like what is the net amount of heat it is having, the system is having. So total heat content, yes, that is the right answer. Randomness. So randomness is measured in entropy. It's a measure of entropy. All right, so that is also called as S. Heat capacity. Heat capacity is what? The amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a particular substance by 1 Kelvin or 1 degree centigrade. That is the heat capacity of that particular system. Vapor pressure is not here. So the right answer will be heat content, total heat content of that particular system. And you all, dear, you have to give the answers as well here. You don't need just to listen the terms, but also you have to interact, like, okay, in this question I think this is the answer. All right, so this is how you will be having interest in the subjects. Otherwise you will be having boring sessions. Okay, so try to interact, try to give the answers as well. Which of the following compound is most basic? Which is the most basic compound? We are having aniline, pH, that is phenyl ring, and in the phenyl we are having NH2 group. So this is the aniline ring. Okay, so here we are having the NH2, that is phenyl ring. Then we are having NO2 PHNH2, that is in the PHNH2 we are having a NO2 group. So here also we are having NO2. Okay, so here we have two options are the same. The two options are having the same numbers. Okay, so NO2. All right, and in the last we are having the CN. So we are having the CN, like let's suppose we are having like this. So which is most basic? So the basic strength of aromatic amines, basic strength of aromatic amines is directly proportional to number of plus M groups and inverse to minus M substitutions. And in this case we are having what? We are having no substitutions here, no plus M, no minus M. While here we are having this NO2, that is a minus M. So minus M always decreases the basic strength of the aniline. And here CN is also a minus M nature group. So this is also a minus M. It means this also decreases the basic strength of this NH2. So this will be having basic strength lower compared with the PHNH2, that is the aniline, because here we are having no any minus M groups. If we are having not any plus M to increase the basic strength, so okay, that is fine. We are not having any minus M groups as well, that is decreasing the basic strength. Okay. Condensation of malonic acid. Okay, malonic acid and urea yields what? So this is a simple question. Malonic acid and the urea yields to give you barbituric acid. What? Barbituric acid. So the malonic acid and the urea condense to form the barbituric acid. So okay, so A option is having this barbituric acid. A is the right answer. In radiopharmacy, the term REM means, REM, that is Roentgen equivalent men or Roentgen equivalent mammal. You can have two full forms of this REM. Radiations per millisecond, no, that is wrong. Radiations per minute, no. Roentgen equivalent mammal, okay, so Roentgen equivalent mammal, or it is also called as Roentgen equivalent men. So that is the correct answer. C option is the right. Option C is the correct one. Option C is the correct one for this question. C option. Okay, C option. Next, what is we are having? Which is the content of Bayer's reagent? Okay, so KMnO4, ZnO2, CuSO4. This is known as blue vitriol. Blue vitriol, that is also called as what? So this is also known as the emetic agent. Okay, emetic agent. Emetic agent. Okay. KMNO4. So what is Bayer's reagent? So Bayer's reagent is alkaline KMNO4, alkaline potassium permanganate, and this alkaline potassium permanganate is used to check the unsaturation in a compound. If we are having any double bond, then the double bond, the pi bond will be broken down and we are having syn addition of OH on both the double bonded carbon atoms. So if we are having this structure, then after this Bayer's reagent, I am writing down just Bayer's reagent. After the reaction with this Bayer reagent, we will be having broken down of this pi bond, breaking of pi bond, and two OH groups are added from the same directions, okay, from the syn directions only. So this is called as the syn additions of the OH. So KMNO4, that is the first only, is known as the Bayer's reagent. A option is the right answer. A option is the right answer. Bayer's reagent. Bayer's reagent. Optical activity is a property of crystals. Optical activity is a property of crystals, molecules, atoms, or none of the above. So the optical activity is the property of a chiral molecule. Chiral molecule, that is also called as the asymmetric molecule. Asymmetric molecule. Okay, so the right answer will be B. B will be the correct answer. Asymmetric molecule. Asymmetric molecule. Okay, in which we are having chiral carbons and no symmetry is present. When HBr is added to styrene according to anti-Markovnikov rule, the product formed is. So according to anti-Markovnikov rule, the reaction must be a free radical addition reaction. And in this case, the electrophilic part of the reagent must be added to that double bonded carbon atom which is having lower number of hydrogen atoms. So for the styrene, we are having the structure like this. Okay, CH double bond CHH. So this is your styrene. This double bonded carbon is having 2 hydrogen. This double bonded carbon is having just 1 hydrogen. So according to Markovnikov told us, like, the electrophilic part, like H of this reagent, will be adding to that double bonded carbon which is having greater number of hydrogen. So according to this, we are having two products. So here we are writing down the Markovnikov product, and in this side we will be having the anti-Markovnikov product. So according to Markovnikov, electrophilic part of our reagent must be adding to that double bonded carbon atom which is having greater number of hydrogens. 2 hydrogens, 1 hydrogen. So we will be having this as the product formation. Carbon H, 2 hydrogens are already here, 1 extra and 1 Br, like this. So this is your Markovnikov product. And according to anti-Markovnikov, just opposite to what Markovnikov told us. Electrophilic part of our reagent to that double bonded carbon atom which is having lower number of hydrogens and 1 bromine. So this is our anti-Markovnikov product. This is the Markovnikov product. Alright. So anti-Markovnikov product will be this one. That is where 1 bromo. We are having the bromine at this position only. So where here we are having the center in the terminal carbon. Yes, that is the right answer. This is your Markovnikov product. This is the Markovnikov, but we have to find out the anti-Markovnikov. Coumarins are derivatives of, so coumarins are having what? Benzo alpha pyrone. So yes, we are having benzo and the pyrone. Okay, that is correct. Benzo gamma pyrone. No, benzo gamma. No, it is having benzo alpha pyrone. And here we are having pyrrole. That is incorrect. Pyrrole is not present. We are having pyrone ring. And the benzo and alpha. Benzo alpha pyrone. So A option is the correct answer. Dash is optically active. Which is optically active here? Glucose is having 4 chiral carbons. And 4 chiral carbons means we will be having 2 to the power 4. That is what? 2 to the 4 to the 16 optically active isomers. So this is optically active. 2-bromobutane. Yes, it is also having chiral carbon. 2, we are having bromine, hydrogen, methyl, and in this side we will be having this one. So yes, we are having here also 1 chiral carbon, so 2 optically active isomers. D-glyceraldehyde. So this is our D-glyceraldehyde. Alright, this one is our D-glyceraldehyde. So it will be having a L-glyceraldehyde as well. So 1 chiral carbon means what? If we are having 1 chiral carbon, this is also having the optically activity. So this, that is all of them are having the optical activity. So go with the option D. Rich get richer, Marconi go rich. Wow, wow, wow. Very well, Magesh. D option is the right answer. Option D is the correct answer. Radio opaque contrast media used in the X-ray examinations of the GI tract. So for the gastrointestinal tract, the radio opaque contrast media that is used for the X-ray examination for a better imagings. What do we use here? We use barium meal. Barium chloride? No, this is not used here. This barium chloride is used in the case of limit test of sulfate to check for the sulfate impurities. Barium sulfite, that is incorrect. Barium sulfide, that is also incorrect. Barium sulfate, yes, this is also known as barium meal. This is also known as barium meal. So yes, this is used as the radio opaque contrast media. So D option is the right one. Option D is the best answer for this. All right, so let's have the pharmaceutical analysis portion. In principle, the principle involved in size exclusion chromatography. Size exclusion chromatography is related to molecular size. Yes, that is correct. Chemical nature, no. Ionic charge, no. None of these. Okay. So for the size exclusion chromatography, we will be having what the related. Directly we are having the answer like molecular size. We are having the relation with the molecular size only. Okay, the A option will be the right answer. Reference substance used in NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance. So for which reference substance is used in the NMR? TMS, yes. Tetramethylsilane, that is correct. PFK, no. CCl4, CHCl3, no. So no 2, no 3, no 4. We will be using TMS, that is tetramethylsilane. That is A option. 1 is the right. Option A is correct for the NMR. Dash is used in the used as detector in IR spectroscopy. Photovoltaic cell, no. Cooley's tube, no. 𝙂𝙎 tube, 𝙂𝙎 cell, yes, that is correct. Faraday cup, no. So yes, the 𝙂𝙎 cell is used, or 𝙂𝙎 tube you can have for the detector in the IR spectroscopy. So this will be used as the detector. So C option will be the right answer. C option is the correct answer. Which of the following is correct increasing order of eluting power of different solvents in thin layer chromatography? We are having thin layer chromatography. What will be the correct order of increasing eluting powers of these solvents? So for the solvents in the eluting powers will be depending on the greater the polarity, more will be the eluting power. If the nature of solvent is having more polarity, it means the eluting power will be high, and if the polarity is low, the eluting power will be also lower. All right. So we are having what? Pyridine. Yes, pyridine is having the highest eluting power. Why? Because of the highest polarity. So pyridine is correct here. But look, here we are having ethyl acetate, high polarity. Okay, and benzene is nearly non-polar. So benzene, because of non-polar, must be the least person, must be have the least eluting power. So here in only one case we can have benzene as the last case. So benzene is having, because of the non-polar nature, because the non-polarity of benzene, this has to be the least eluting power, and pyridine will be, yes, pyridine is having the, because of the most polar, this will be having the highest eluting power. So after the pyridine we will be having ethyl acetate, yes, that is correct, and then diethyl ether. Ethers are having a bit lower polarity than the acetate, that is correct. So D option is the right one. Yes, that is correct. D option is the correct answer. Option D. Metals and metalloids are identified by, metals and metalloids, atomic absorption, atomic emission. So simple answer, go for this. No UV, no IR, yes, atomic absorption spectroscopy, that is correct. C option. Option C, that is the right answer. KBr is used in IR spectroscopy because, so KBr, potassium bromide, is used in the IR spectroscopy because it provides additional peak which helps in determination. No, it is just sensitive and specific towards particular compound. That is not directly related with this. It is readily soluble. What? It is IR transparent. Yes, that is correct. It's the IR transparent. That is why the KBr is used in the IR spectroscopy. That is why we use IR. That is why KBr, potassium bromide, is used in the IR spectroscopy, because it is IR UV transparent. Okay, IR transparent, my bad. Example of non-parametric test. Non-parametric test. Mann-Whitney test, ANOVA test, no. Z test, no. t-test? No. Okay, so Mann-Whitney test is a non-parametric test. Mann-Whitney test is the non-parametric test. Yes. Tomography is related to, so in general we are having the full name as the computed tomography. Computed tomography, that is shortly written as CT. CT, and this is CT scan, and the scanning is done by what? By X-rays. CT scans are done by using the X-rays. No drifts, no HPLC, GCMS, that is incorrect. So X-ray we will be using here for the tomography. For the tomography, hygroscopy is determined by hygroscopy, DSC, XRPD, HPLC, or the TG. So this TG, that is thermal gravity, the TG, thermal, what? Thermal we use for this hygroscopy determinations. Auxochrome enhances. Auxochrome, that is what? They are having pi systems, either aromatic rings, either pi bonds, so they always increases the absorptions. Because of these pi bonds, they will be having always increase in the absorption. Yes, that is correct. No transmission, no reflectance, no scatterings. Absorptions. All right. Absorptions. In a reverse phase TLC, the drug with the low polarity can be easily eluted by. So in reverse phase TLC, yes, that is correct. Reverse phase TLC, we are talking about the drug with low polarity. Okay, so the polarity of the drug is low, so can be eluted easily by increasing the polarity of the mobile phase. Since we are talking about the reverse phase TLC and the drug is having low polarity, so by increasing the polarity of the mobile phase, no. By decreasing the polarity of the mobile phase, yes, that is correct. By if you are decreasing the polarity of the mobile phase, then you can have elution of the drug with low polarity, because we are talking about the reverse phase TLC. So B option is the right answer. Option B will be the correct answer. Yes, thermal gravimetry, yes, that is correct. The compound which are non-detected by UV detector are detected by. If the compound is not detected by UV detector, then what will be using for their detection? So derivatization, yes, that is correct. Mass spectroscopy, yes, you can use mass spectroscopy as well. And the okay, so go with the aorta, that is all of the above, all of these. Derivatization, mass spectrometry, and the electrochemical detector will be using all these. If we are having the compound that is not detected by the UV detector, then we can use all these methods. Formative TLC plates are prepared by washing silica gel with. So formative TLC plates are prepared by washing silica gel with what? Chromic acid, ferric chloride, phenol, and carbon tetrachloride. So no. By washing silica gel with the chromic acid, we will be having the preparation of formative TLC plates. Dash is a hyphenated analytical technique. Dash is hyphenated, that is what? If we are having two analytical tools combined, that is the hyphenated methods. And now here we are having what? Chromatography and the spectroscopy. So here in this case we are having what? Gas chromatography and the mass spectroscopy. So yes, we are having the first answer as the right one. LMC and the MS. No, what is LMC? No, this is not any analytical method. GRC, IR, that is also no. Any direct relations here. MS. So this is also incorrect. So A option is the right answer. That is the GC, that is gas chromatography, and the MS, that is the mass spectroscopy. A option will be having the correct hyphenated method. Order of energy in a different type of electronic transition. All right, so what will be the order of transition? So the highest transition is seen between sigma to sigma star. Okay, so go for the option that is having highest value for the sigma star. Here the sigma star is having the least value. Okay, so this is incorrect answer. Here we are having, okay, sigma star as the highest one. Okay, so this is correct. Here sigma star is lower than the pi, so this is incorrect. Okay, this is incorrect. Here sigma star is having greater than the pi. Okay, so this can be your answer or not? No, This is having more than pi pi, so this is incorrect again. Now, okay, I'm getting okay. Here also we are having sigma sigma star as the lower than the pi pi, but what about this one? N pi star is having the highest value, while the pi star is having the lower value than the n pi star. But here we are having just opposite, so that why this is wrong. This is wrong. We are having n pi star as the least, then this one as the highest. So okay, B option is the right answer. Option B will be the correct. Option B will be the correct answer. Free induction decay, FID is related to N. FID. Free induction decay is related to FTIR, FTNMR, FTMS, or UV spectroscopy. So this is related to Fourier transform nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. So FTNMR will be having relation with the FID. FID, that is free induction decay. Okay, free induction decay. This is all about your pharmaceutical chemistry portions, dear. These are the questions that we have in our model paper 4, that was from the pharmaceutical chemistry portion. Now I'll be signing off, and the next segment will be conducted by 𝘂𝙂𝙎𝙎𝙎𝙬 sir, where sir will be discussing about the other pharma questions. Okay, so thank you so much everyone. See you soon in the next sessions of the NIPER model paper 5 discussion that will be happening day after tomorrow at the same time 10 a.m. in the morning. Okay, all right, so thank you so much, thank you all.
Okay, so good morning to all of you guys. Welcome back to GDC English classes. How are you, champions? Okay, 10 people are here right now. All right. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Okay, so good morning to all of you. Yes, okay, I'm audible and visible properly. Yep. All right, all right. So let's get started with this pharma section right now. Hana? Pharmaceutical chemistry was discussed by Akhilesh sir. Now I will be discussing about pharmacology, pharmaceutical jurisprudence, pharmacognosy, biochemistry, pharmaceutics, as well as microbiology. Okay, all good, Ayush, Raj? Okay, all right. Just give me a thumbs up so that we can start now. Yeah, just give me a thumbs up so that we can start. Good morning, Magesh. How are you, champ? Yes, chalo. Fast. Yes, sure. All right, let's go ahead now. And here we have the first question from the pharmacology analyzed subjects that we have. Okay. Okay, let's go. Good. Very nice, Mahesh. Now let's talk about this question. Toxic metabolite of paracetamol is. Toxic metabolite of paracetamol is. Is it your P-benzoquinone, N-acetyl-benzoquinone, N-acetyl P-aminophenol, or none of these? What's that? What's that? Come on, guys, fast. Simple question it is. Toxic metabolite of paracetamol. Yeah, that's NAB key, right? NAB key, right? NAB key. Do you remember? What's that NAB key? NAB key is N-acetyl P, sorry, P, right? P, no, only, sorry, B only. I didn't, I also get confused. That's your B and Q and I. And that's your NAB key. N-acetyl P-benzoquinone is going to be your correct answer as a toxic metabolite of paracetamol. And that's do what? That's do hepatotoxicity. That's do hepatotoxicity. right? 𝙂𝙋𝘼𝑔, hepatotoxicity. Yeah. Now, if I talk about the antidote of paracetamol, then what it would be? It would be N-acetylcysteine. N-acetylcysteine as well as methionine. Methionine is a sulfur-containing amino acid. These two are the ones which is considered to be as the antidote of paracetamol, right? Antidote of paracetamol, right? Also, one question they used to ask that paracetamol undergoes which metabolic reaction? That is nothing but your glutathione reaction. That is nothing but your glutathione reaction of paracetamol. Yep. Chalo. Very nice. Very good. Let's go on to the different one. Which of the following opposes enzymes induction? Okay. Which of the following opposes enzyme induction over here? Is it your chloramphenicol, phenobarbital, um, phenytoin, or haloperidol? Which one is it? Yes. Which of the following opposes enzyme induction? Opposes enzyme induction, I am asking. Is it your chloramphenicol, phenobarbital, phenytoin, or haloperidol? Yes. Anyone? Simple question it is, right? Just from the enzyme inhibitors I am asking. Enzyme inhibitors I am asking, right? That is nothing but your exactly, Magesh. Very nice. That's your chloramphenicol, which opposes the enzyme induction. Very nice. Serotonin is what? See how much simple question it is. Serotonin is your happy hormone, right? It's a neurotransmitter, enzyme, hormone, or drug. What's that? What's that? Serotonin is nothing but a neurotransmitter that has been released in the same way where adrenaline and noradrenaline is used to be released, right? So noradrenaline, neurotransmitter, exactly. Okay. Now, monoamine neurotransmitter. Now this one. Second messenger system includes what? Okay. Second messenger, right? Second messenger, is it calcium, CAMP, CGMP, or all of these? What's that? Yeah. Calcium, C plus, Ca plus plus. That is a second messenger for GQ protein coupled receptor. CAMP is a second messenger for GS as well as GI. Okay. In GS, CAMP level is going to be increased, and GI, CMP level is going to be decreased down. Right. Include CGMP. Yes, CGMP is also the one. CGMP is also the one. Right. So all of the above is going to be your correct answer over here. Yes, exactly. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So out of these three questions, I think 29, 20, 29, 30, 31, 32, 4 questions has been done right now. Okay. Now count your questions, that how many questions you are doing right in pharmacology. Okay. We will be going in each category of the questions. Okay. And at the end of the each category of subject, I'll be asking that how many questions you got right. All right. Okay. Let's start it again from the here. 29. So this was the first question. Do let me know, do count your part, okay, which you have got right. 29, okay, 30, okay, serotonin, okay, and this is your 32. Fourth question has been done till now, okay. Now tell me this question answer. Folic acid deficiency causes what? Megaloblastic anemia, monocytic anemia, hemolytic anemia, or sickle cell anemia? Folic acid deficiency causes megaloblastic anemia, monocytic anemia, hemolytic anemia, or sickle cell anemia. Chalo, come on, fast. Okay. At the end of this subject category, you have to tell me how many questions you got. Right. Right. Chalo, count your questions. Now this one, this is easy, right? This is easy. Folic acid deficiency may cause megaloblastic anemia. Megaloblastic anemia just because of the vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 deficiency, right? Vitamin B12 deficiency. Also folic acid, we can say vitamin B9. Vitamin B9. Vitamin B9 is actually your folic acid. Okay, remember. Vitamin B9 is your folic acid. Vitamin B12 is your cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobalamin. Okay, so that's an important question. Okay, now this one. 34th question. Drug used in the treatment of alopecia. Alopecia is nothing but baldness. Baldness means no hair. No hair. Rajinikanth Anna. Right? Is it your minoxidil, trimethophan, clonidine, or none of the above? Yes, drug used for the treatment of alopecia is minoxidil, trimethophan, clonidine, or none of the above. Alopecia. Yeah. Yes. Anna Raskala, mind it. Anna, that is your nothing but minoxidil only, right? Minoxidil is also considered to be as your potassium channel opener. Potassium channel opener. Folinic acid leucovorin is given in methotrexate poisoning. Very good, Magesh. Very nice. Good one. Anna, potassium channel opener, it is being considered to be as your arteriodilator. Arteriodilator. Okay. That is being used. Right? Shalom. Let's go ahead now. So, this is used in the treatment of Parkinsonism. Parkinsonism, what happens in Parkinsonism, guys? Dopamine level is going to be decreased down, and acetylcholine level is going to be increased up, right? So, what happens in this one? Is it your L-dopa, selegiline, amantadine, or all of the above? L-dopa, obviously, that is a pro-drug for dopamine. The dopamine is going to be elevated. MAO inhibitor. Which MAO inhibitor? MAO B inhibitor, right? MAO B inhibitor. Okay. B inhibitor, that is selegiline as well as resegelin. Selegiline as well as resegelin, that is your MAO B inhibitor, right? Amantadine, this is your dopamine facilitator. Dopamine facilitator. Dopamine facilitator. And it also acts onto the NMDA receptor. NMDA receptor. Okay. So that's why all of these are going to be your correct answer. Simple. Okay. Now this one. Anti-malarial agent used for the cerebral malaria. I don't know how many times they have asked this question and again and again. Is it your quinine, primaquine, pyrimethamine, or amodiaquine? Yes. Come on. Simple question. Simple question. Anti-malarial agent used for cerebral malaria is quinine, primaquine, pyrimethamine, or amodiaquine. There will be a quin only. There will be a quin only. Is it your quinine, primaquine, or amodiaquine? That is your quinine, guys. Quinine is your anti-malarial agent that is used for the cerebral malaria. Okay. Chalo. Primaquine is used as blood schizontoside, primary tissue schizontoside, sporozonticides, or all of these. Yes. Chalo, come on fast. This one. Primaquine is used as primary tissue schizontoside. Okay. Chalo. Statins are used for. Okay. Statins are used for decrease of blood glucose level, decreasing blood cholesterol level, decreasing blood tyrosine level, decreasing blood calcitonin level. Simple, right? Statins are your nothing but you can say rosuvastatin, atorvastatin, atorvastatin, right? As well as pravastatin, pravastatin, right? All those statins kinds of drugs are considered to be as your HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitor. Reductase inhibitor. Don't be confused with reductase with synthetase. No, I saw many of the questions doing synthetase. No, it's wrong. Reductase is right. Okay. And statins you should be used in night only. In night only. Okay. In night only you should be using simvastatin. Very good. So decreasing blood cholesterol level. Okay. And there is a one adverse drug reaction of statins as well. That's your rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis, guys. Rhabdomyolysis is going to be the correct one. Decreasing blood cholesterol level. These are statins, and adverse drug reaction is rhabdomyolysis. Okay. Sure. The enzyme involved in the prostaglandin synthesis it. Simple most question. Is it your transferase, reductase, cyclooxygenase, or all of the above? Yes. The enzyme involved in the prostaglandin synthesis is your transferase, reductase, Cyclooxygenase, simple, that's your cyclooxygenase, that's your COX enzyme, right? And all your NSAIDs is going to inhibit this COX enzyme only, right? Chalo. Now, 20 days, 20 model paper, guys. Every day you have that NIPER model paper. So do attempt that NIPER paper, model paper, because definitely is going to be very much beneficial for you. Okay. Chalo. Now, dipivefrin is a prodrug of dipivefrin is a prodrug of amphetamine, epinephrine, ephedrine, or none of the above. Chalo, simple. Simple one, simple one, simple one, simple one. Dipivefrin is a prodrug of amphetamine, epinephrine, ephedrine, or none of the above. Yeah, dipivefrin. Simple. That is nothing but your epinephrine, right? Epinephrine is also known to be as your adrenaline, right? Simple. Epinephrine and adrenaline. Okay, now etoposide inhibits what? Etoposide inhibits topoisomerase 1, topoisomerase 2, both A and B, polymerization of microtubule. What's that? Etoposide inhibits topoisomerase 1, topoisomerase 2, both A and B, or polymerization of microtubule. Yes, etoposide. Etoposide inhibits your topoisomerase 2, right? Topoisomerase 2. Where if I talk about irinotecan, where if I talk about irinotecan, topotecan, these are going to inhibit topoisomerase 1, right? Chalo. Which of the following is best associated with lumefantrine? Okay, lumefantrine, guys. Lumefantrine, halofantrine. Remember? Halofantrine. These are the methanol plus alcohol. Methanol, alcohol kind of composition. Methanol and alcohol kind of composition. So it is your antimycobacterial, antifungal, anti-malarial, or anti-amoebic. Yeah. Anyone? Simple it was. Simple it is, right? Antimycobacterial, antifungal, anti-malarial, anti-amoebic. What's that? That's your anti-malarial, to be honest, right? Simple. Lumefantrine, anti-malarial. Oh, Magesh, what you doing? It's anti-malarial. Simple, simple. Just from your classification only. See, quinine, mefloquine, and halofantrine. Lumefantrine belongs to the arylamine alcohol. Yeah, arylamine alcohol. Yes, exactly. That was not amino methyl alcohol. That is your arylamine alcohol. Remember, guys, wherever you are talking about any competitive examination, classification of pharmacology is become very much important. Okay. Now, this one. If pKa of drug is 5.4, all right. If pKa of drug is 5.4, maximum absorption will occur from through stomach, through mouth, through small intestine, or large intestine. Yes, maximum absorption will occur from. If pKa of drug is 5.4. Yes, simple it is, right? pKa of drug is 5.4 and stomach, 1, 2, 3. Stomach, it's 1, 2, 3. And small intestine having 3 to 6 around pH, right? So obviously, absorption takes place through unionized condition, And at which place it will be staying unionized? Obviously through at this place, the small intestine. It will become ionic, no? And stomach. How then? Then 5.4 will be having 3.6. That is going to be your small intestine, obviously, maximum absorption. Okay? Shallow. Which of the following is not involved in the carbohydrate metabolism? Okay, carbohydrate metabolism. Adrenocorticotropic hormones, glucagon, vasopressin, growth hormone. Yes, Which one is it? Which of the following hormone is not involved in the carbohydrate metabolism, guys? Carbohydrate metabolism, adrenocorticotropic hormone. Adrenocorticotropic hormone having glucocorticoids, right? Glucocorticoids, है ना? Obviously, gluco, that is your carbon. Glucagon, obviously, insulin go, that used to promote. That used to promote the insulin, है ना? And if insulin, then insulin is going to down-regulate the glucose level. So that is also inhibit. Growth hormone, yes, growth hormone also increases the glucose levels, right? But vasopressin doesn't have that much. Vasopressin is nothing to deal with glucose. It is an antidiuretic hormone which has a association with sodium as well as water, right? They're going to increase the levels of sodium and water in your body. That is your retention, water retention. That's why vasopressin becomes your correct answer, right? So, eye drops different from the parental preparation is sterility, paniculate, matter limits, pyrogenicity, or isotonicity. Yes, sterility, paniculate, matter limits, pyrogenicity, or isotonicity. Anyone? That's your pyrogenicity. Exactly. Vasundra Nagaraju. Okay. Yes, pyrogenicity is going to be your correct answer. Very good, Magesh. Very nice. Very nice. Pyrogenicity. Now this one. Drug used in heparin overdose. Drug used in heparin overdose. It is your protamine sulfate. Why the team doesn't written this one? Sulfate. Right? Phylloquinone? No. That it is your vitamin K1. Eclopidine, clopidogrel. Obviously, protamine sulfate is going to be used in heparin overdose. If I talk about warfarin overdose, then that becomes vitamin K. And this is the one, phylloquinone. Phylloquinone is being used in your warfarin poisoning, warfarin overdose. Okay, chalo. Now, which of the following antibodies found in major quantity in primarily immune response? Primarily immune response, it is your IgG, IgA, IgM, or IgE. Primarily immune response. Yeah, primarily immune response. Whenever there is a fight, we used to call in Hindi, that is your mar, marpeat, right? Punch, right? So, which moves first? Which moves first? M for move, M for IgM. Okay, that's you have to remember. Move first, that's your IgM. Now, IND is applied after clinical trial. Okay, IND is nothing but investigational new drug report. Investigational new drug application. Right? IND to be precise. Fully it is known to be as your IND. IND is applied after which clinical trial? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Huh? I There is not even an option over here. There is not even an option over here. No, 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 Basundra. It's not phase 3. This is wrong. This question is wrong. I mean, options is wrong. INDA is filed after preclinical trial. Remember, Magesh? I told you guys into the classes, right? Yes, exactly. Clinical. After preclinical trials, INDA is filed. Investigational new drug application. So, before phase 1 clinical trial, INDA is filed. And after after phase 3, after phase 3, NDA is filed. Okay, this is important. Question is wrong over here. Okay, INDA is filed after preclinical trial and after phase 3, that is filed your NDA, new drug application. In the same way, ANDA is also filed. ANDA is also filed for generic drug, for generic drugs, right? So phase 3, ANDA, abbreviated new drug application. Yeah. NDA is filed after third base. Exactly. Very nice. Chalo. All of the following are exogenous anticoagulants except exogenous anticoagulants except anticoagulant. Exogenous means you are taking from outside, right? Heparin, warfarin, protamine, or dicumaril. Exogenous anticoagulants. Right? Simple. Yeah. Simple. All of the following are exogenous anticoagulants. Is it your heparin, warfarin, protamine, or dicumaril? That's your heparin only, right? Heparin do present in your blood only, right? That's your anticoagulant example. Now, omeprazole is what? Omeprazole is your proton pump inhibitor, H2 antagonist, antiemetic, or enthelmintic. What do you want? This is so easy, right? Omeprazole is nothing but your proton pump inhibitor. H2 antagonist, these are your tidines. Tidines. Remember which is tidines? Ranitidine, cimetidine, famotidine, right? And all your prazoles, these are nothing but your proton pump inhibitor. Antiemetic, you remember ondansetron, metoclopramide, ondansetron is your 5-HT3 antagonist, 5-HT3 antagonist, metoclopramide, 5-HT, 2, 5, 5-HT2 antagonist, as well as 5-HT4 agonist, as well as it has main one, that's your T2 blocker activity. T2 blocker activity. Anthelmintic, yeah, that's albendazole, rimendazole, right? Sure. Now, metronidazole is used as intestinal amoebiasis, extraintestinal amoebiasis, both A and B, or none of these. What's that? Metronidazole is useful in intestinal amoebiasis, extraintestinal amoebiasis, both A and B, or none of these. What's that case? Metronidazole. Good morning, Khurana Pandit. Yes, metronidazole is used in, that's for both A and B. Exactly. Intestinal amoebiasis as well as extraintestinal amoebiasis. Extraintestinal amoebiasis also known to be as your liver amoebiasis. Okay, liver amoebiasis. Okay. Albuterol is a agonist of which one? Albuterol. Albuterol is your salbutamol. Albuterol is your salbutamol. है ना? Is it your alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1 or beta 2? Which one is it? Yes, albuterol is your salbutamol used in alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1 or beta 2. Simple, it is your beta 2 agonist, right? Beta 2 agonist. And that is your short acting beta 2 agonist. That's why it is known to be as SABA. SABA. What is LABA? LABA is your formoterol and salmeterol. Okay? So now, one of the following is selective alpha 1 receptor antagonist. One of the following is selective alpha 1 receptor agonist. So, I told you in the classes as well that all ozins, which one? Ozins. And if I talk about prazosin, if I talk about sildosin, right? If I talk about temsulosin, and if I talk about doxazosin, zosin, and terazosin, right? These are all your alpha 1 selective receptor antagonist, right? Prazosin is used in plenty of kinds of things. Prazosin is being used as a drug of choice for scorpion sting. Remember, scorpion sting ke liye, that is a drug of choice. Okay, that is a drug of choice. Obviously, right? Also, prazosin can cause postural hypotension. Hypotension. Okay, along with clonidine as well. That can cause postural hypotension. That's an ADR. That's an ADR of this. Okay. Also, prazosin is being not prazosin. This celidosin as well as temsulosin. To be honest, celidosin and temsulosin, these are being used in your BPH. BPH is nothing but benign prostate hyperplasia. Benign prostate hyperplasia, and if this celidosin or temsulosin is being used during cataract surgery as well. If used during cataract surgery, then which syndrome can take place? Floppy iris syndrome can take place. Floppy iris syndrome can take place. Phentolamine, if I talk about phentolamine, this is your non-selective alpha blocker. That means it is your alpha 1 plus alpha 2 blocker, right? Alpha 1 plus alpha 2 blocker. Yohimbine is your selective alpha 2 antagonist, not agonist, because the agonist is the nothing but clonidine. Antagonist is your euhembine, but agonist is your alpha 2 agonist. That's your clonidine. Okay, so this is the whole way to understand all those options in a good way, right? So, okay. Now, combination shows fatal adverse effect. Combination shows fatal adverse effect is your terfenadine plus loratadine, terfenadine plus erythromycin, fexofenadine plus erythromycin, cetirizine plus erythromycin. What's that? Combination shows fatal adverse effect. Is it your terfenadine plus loratadine, terfenadine plus erythromycin, fexofenadine plus erythromycin, or cetirizine plus erythromycin? That's your B, of course. Very nice. Very nice, Magesh, right? Terfenadine plus erythromycin. How, sir? Because you know, terfenadine, T for terfenadine and T for torsates the point. Torsates the point. Right? And erythromycin, if I talk about. Erythromycin is nothing but enzyme inhibitor. Enzyme inhibitor. Right? Enzyme inhibitor. How's that? So this enzyme inhibitor, erythromycin, going to decrease down the metabolism, decrease down the metabolism of terfenadine. So what will happen? This terfenadine accumulation takes place, right? Terfenadine accumulation takes place and toxicity will be increased more. Toxicity will be increased more. Exactly, Magesh. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So that is the one thing. Okay, now this one. Dash receptors are considered to be as your nuclear receptor. These are your adrenergic, cholinergic, or steroidal, or all of the above. Nuclear receptors I'm talking about. Nuclear receptors. Simple, very simple question. Very simple question. Very simple, very simple, very simple. That's your steroidal. Very nice, Magesh. Very good. Steroidal. Anna, if I talk about your glucocorticoids, sex steroids, these are always going to be your steroidal and acting onto the nuclear receptors. Adrenergic, these are all GPCRs, right? GPCRs. Cholinergic, if I talk about NN and NM, these are your ligand gated ion channel, LGIC, right? And if I talk about muscarinic, so all these are your GPCR system. GPCR as well. Okay. Now let's go ahead now. Now the major side effect of terfenadine is what? Terfenadine. Just we have discussed. Terfenadine. Major side effect. Is it your sedative, cardiac toxicity, like granulocytosis, or renal failure? Yeah, just we have discussed, guys. Major side effect of terfenadine is sedative, cardiotoxicity, granulocytosis, or renal failure. That is your. Oh, Magesh, it's not C. It's B only, right? I told you, terfenadine torsates the point. Terfenadine torsates the point, right? Cardiac toxicity, obviously, right? Cardiac toxicity is going to be takes place, torsates the point. And that's why it is only banned night now these days. Banned, right? Okay, let's go ahead now. Yes, you should right. Okay, BAL, ball. Ball is another name of penicillamine, damarcaprol, tafirapiron, or melsaprol. Melarsoprol. TDP, what's TDP? Torsades the point, yeah. Typed wrong, sir. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Okay, now this one. Ball is nothing but not this. This is your British anti-Lewisite. British anti-Lewisite. And British anti-Lewisite are known to be as another name as your trimer-caprol for your arsenic, है ना? Arsenic and other heavy metal poisoning. Okay. Penicillamine, D-penicillamine. D-penicillamine is useful for copper poisoning, Cu poisoning, as well as known to be as Wilson disease. Wilson disease. Yes. And one more thing. Yes, rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis, where this penicillamine has been used to them. Defiperon. Defiperon is not IV. That was desferoxamine, right? But this is defiperon, which is used as oral in iron poisoning. In iron poisoning, defiperon. And if I talk about dexferoxamine, then this is your given through IV. So understood there is a difference between defiperon, oral, and desferoxamine, that's your IV. In both iron poisoning. Okay. Okay, now that's one. Myasthenia gravis is caused due to simple. It is simple. Very simple question. Is it a degeneration of acetylcholine receptors? Degeneration of adrenergic receptors? Degenerations of dopaminergic receptors? Degeneration of serotonin receptor? Yeah, what's that? What's that? Yes, exactly. That's your acetylcholine receptor. But what kind of exact receptor? Acetylcholine, we do have plenty of receptors, right? Nicotinic receptor, NM receptor, muscarinic receptor, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5. But which exact receptor that is associated with myasthenia gravis? Which exact acetylcholine receptor? There are 7 types of receptors. What is that one receptor which is responsible for myasthenia gravis? Yeah. Apart from that, if I talk about edrophonium, nicotinic, mein we do have two, na, Magesh? Tell me that. Edrophonium, is used to be in the diagnosis of myasthenia gravis, whereas neostigmine, pyridostigmine is been useful as a treatment for myasthenia gravis. Exactly, neuromuscular junction. Yes, NM receptor. NM receptor is associated with myasthenia gravis. Exactly. Very good, Vasundhara. Yes. Now, neostigmine does not cross triple B because it contains secondary nitrogen, tertiary nitrogen, quaternary nitrogen, or none of these. None of these तो मैंने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन में देख लिया, right? So what's that? Is it your secondary nitrogen, tertiary nitrogen, quaternary nitrogen, or none of these? Yeah, come on. Neostigmine, as well as if I talk about pyridostigmine, pyrido stigmin, as well as edrophonium, right? Edrophonium. These three. Pen ink is water soluble. That's what I told you. Pen's ink is water soluble, right? Why it is water soluble? Just because of the quaternary structure. Quaternary ammonium compound. That's your quaternary structure. That's why. Whereas if I talk about tertiary nitrogen, the tertiary nitrogen that is having all your rivastigmine, galantamine, right? All those things will be considered to be as in your tertiary nitrogen, and that's why it makes that lipid soluble in nature, and that's how it is going to do what? It is going to be essential in Alzheimer's disease, right? That's why. Now, tuberculosis is this is up to an ego now. This question is up to an ego now. If you are a true pharma student, now you won't do it wrong. Tuberculosis is what? Is your viral disease, bacterial disease, fungal disease, or endocrine disease? Now it's up to your ego, right? That's your viral, bacterial, fungal, or endocrine. Obviously, it is going to be your viral disease, right? Mycobacterium tuberculosis, right? So, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Now, one of the following benzodiazepine is not metabolized into active metabolite. Yeah. Ah, Kavya ready. You said A. Oh, come on. Now, one of the following benzodiazepine is not metabolized into active metabolite. It is your diazepam, oxazepam, chlordiazepoid, or flurazepam. Yeah, that's your oxazepam, guys. Now, this one. Amoxicillin is what? Amoxicillin is penicillin, aminoglycoside, macrolide, or peptide. Yes. This one. Amoxicillin is penicillin, antibiotic, aminoglycoside, antibiotic, macrolide, or peptide. What's that? That's your penicillin. Yes, simple penicillin antibiotic. Right? Penicillin antibiotic, if I talk about what is the adverse drug reaction, main adverse drug reaction of penicillin. When penicillin is given into the syphilis patient, right? Whenever the penicillin is going to be given in syphilis patient, what kind is the adverse of drug reaction you will be facing? That is your 𝘎𝙬𝙎𝑃 reaction. That is nothing but your hypersensitivity reaction. Hypersensitivity reaction. Okay. So, okay. Now TDM is treated with, sorry. Paper got leaked. Okay. TDM is related with monitoring plasma drug levels, transportation team management. Oh, none of the above. TDM, therapeutic drug monitoring, right? Therapeutic drug monitoring. Simple. That is going to be your monitoring drug levels for those drugs who are having low therapeutic index, who have having low therapeutic index. Only those ones. Okay. Chalo. Not every drug. Very nice. Issue, Pujita, Vasundhara, Mangesh. Very good. Dekshita. Now, this one, BCG vaccine is related to tuberculosis, diphtheria, measles, or polio. BCG vaccine, these BCG vaccine, that is nothing but your Bacillus calmette-guerin, Bacillus calmette-guerin, है ना? That has been given in your, सर फिल्टर नहीं आ रहा है, फिल्टर बिजी है यार, फिल्टर बिजी है दोस्त. चलो, Bacillus calmette-guerin, Bacillus calmette-guerin, yeah, that has been given in the children's, है ना, newborn baby you can say, है ना, given through intradermal route, which is of 10 to 15 degree, right? 10 to 15 degree, raising up blood, है ना, this skin, है ना, and then you give that BCG vaccine in children. That's for your tuberculosis only. Exactly. Issue Vasundhara, Dikshita, and Kurana Pandit. Yes, tuberculosis is going to be your correct answer. Now, probiotics is a term related to probiotics, GIT, lungs, nose, or kidney. What's that? What's that? Probiotics is a term related to GIT, lungs, nose, or kidney. Yes, probiotics is obviously related to gut health, right? Gut health. That is going to improve. You know, you can say like gut microbiota. Gut microbiota and a gut health is going to be healthy, and that is only your GIT. Simple. सिर्फ प्री और प्रो में बड़ा कंफ्यूजन होता है. ओके, सर्च करो फिर क्या कंफ्यूजन होता है. Ivermectin is used as anti-diabetic, mucolytic, anthelmintic, or anti-tubercular. Ivermectin, guys. Ivermectin. Chalo. Come on. Simple, easy. Simple. That is nothing but your anthelmintic drug. Okay. Now, sodium stibugluconate is a drug of choice used in the treatment of leishmaniasis, Kala-Azar, both A and B, or none of the above. Lactobacillus. Exactly, Kavya. Anna? Now this one, leishmaniasis, Kala-Azar, both A and B, or none of the above. Obviously, sodium stibogluconase, it's also a orphan drug, you know, orphan drug. Remember Shah Rukh Khan? Shah Rukh Khan is a fan of DDLG, DDLG, right? S for sumatriptan, S for sodium stibogluconate as well, right? S for sumatriptan, S for sodium stibogluconate as well. Magesh, why don't you know? This is so simple from general pharmacology only. अरे पुराना पंडित क्यों भैया काहे डिलीट कर रहे हो अपने कमेंट? कोई देख लेगा क्या? कोई स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेगा क्या? इतना डर का माहौल है तो भाई पानी किस बात का डर है? चलो फिलहाल S for sumatriptan, S for sodium stibogluconate, R for rifampicin, rifabutin, F for fomepizole, A for amphotericin B, that is also used for this 𝘂𝙎𝙎, leishmaniasis, N for nilotinib and nitrates, T for digoxin antibody, that's your digibind, and L for liothyronine, that is your T3 thyroid hormone. That's your both A and B is going to be your correct answer. Okay, used for rare disease, exactly, and these are also known to be as your life-saving drugs. Kavya. Okay, chalo. Now, progesterone is having how much carbon steroid? Is it your 22, 21, 20, or 19? So you remember Jeep? You remember Jeep? P is your P is your P is for 21. Huh? And this is I think so 17, 18, 19, and 20 is going to be skipped. Right? Gonane, estrogen, androgen, and progesterone. Jeep. Right? That is your 21. Okay. NIPER free batch test, guys. Hana, you can go ahead for that. You just have to do what? Install the app. You obviously had, Hana. You should go onto this side, batch section, plus icon button. Click onto that plus icon button. NIPER 2026. For that, NIPER 26 is going to be your batch code. And once you enroll that one, then you will be getting your NIPER test series over there. That's a free of cost. Now this one. Which of the following 5-lipoxygenase inhibitor? 5-lipoxygenase inhibitor. That's your pregnine. Exactly, Ayush. Very nice. Hana? So is it your dimaprit, lipocortin, xylotone, or pizotican? Very simple question. Very simple question, guys. Yes. Anyone? That's your xylotone only, right? 5-lipoxygenase inhibitor. That's your 5-LOX inhibitor. 5-LOX inhibitor. And this LOX enzyme is usually responsible for the synthesis of leukotrienes, LTC4, LTD4, LTA4, LTE4, right? Leukotrienes. And this leukotrienes and leukotrienes, C4 and D4, these are only responsible for the inflammation during asthma. Okay. So if they specifically ask you guys, that which inflammatory mediator is responsible for asthma, then you will be telling this leukotriene C4 as well as leukotriene D4 as a inflammatory mediator in asthma. Okay, LTC4 and LTD4. That's what I'm talking about. Now, which are the following inhibitor of GABA transaminase enzyme? GABA transaminase enzyme, that is your tiagabin, topiramate, vigabatrin, okay, gabapentin. What's that? What's that? That's your vigabatrin, right? Transaminase, TRE, transaminase, okay, tree, okay, vigabatrin. Tiagabin, that is your GAT1, okay, GAT and 1, GAT1, okay. Topiramate, that's your sodium channel inhibitor. Sodium channel and gabapentin, these are your inhibiting the reuptake, okay. Now, the contact lenses are made from Teflon, lucite, polystyrene, and polyvinyl chloride. What's that? Teflon, lucite, polystyrene, or polyvinyl chloride? Yeah, tell me this one. This is the last question. This is the last question from pharmacology, and this is nothing but your leucite base. L for leucite and L for lenses, contact lenses. That is nothing but your leucite base over here. Okay, now tell me how many questions you got right. How many questions you got right? Have you counted? Have you counted these? Have you counted? Have you counted or not? Yes or no? Tell me, have you counted or just I go ahead from this one? Or should I go ahead from this one? Have you counted? How many questions you got right? 7 wrong, 3 skip. Okay. Nagesh, not bad. Nobody else does, right? So, fine. Not counted. Not counted. Now do it in pharmaceutical jurisprudence. Okay. Now do it in pharmaceutical jurisprudence. First question that we have. The long form of CSCO. CISCO. DISCO. Yeah. Disco, you know. Disco divine. CDSCO. Now. Central Drug Standard Control Organization, Central Drug and Cosmetic Organization. Central for Drug and Cosmetic. What central? Central Drug Standard and Cosmetic Organization. Wow. Yes, CDSCO is nothing but A, right? CSCO, and that is what the regulatory authority of India, whatever the amount of clinical trials, is running into the India, that is under only this organization, CDSCO. Okay, clinical trials. Okay, I only one. And I said to count the number of questions. Okay. No, here's only one. I think many of the students got right. It only. Yeah. Pharmacognosy. Now count in this one. Okay. Now count in this one. Is it your dash are your growth inhibitors? Is it your ethylene, cytokines, gibberellin, or abscisic acid? Growth inhibitor, I'm asking guys. Growth inhibitor. Ethylene, cytokines, gibberellin, or abscisic acid? All correct. Yes, Vasundhara. Okay, now from the pharmacognosy you have to count. Alright? Shall this one? Growth inhibitors I'm asking. That's your D, abscisic acid. Ethylene is for fruit ripening, right? Ethylene is for fruit ripening. Okay? G E F A B C D E F E F. Cytokinin, C for cytokinin, C for cell division. Cell division. G for gibberellin, G for germination. Germination. Growth inhibitor, that is your abscisic acid. Scissor, you know, cystic. Cystic means scissor. Scissor to growth inhibitor. This is how I learned. Okay, chalo. Now, manganese supplements are given to the soil to increase production of what? Manganese supplements. Digitalis, licorice, मुलेठी जिसको बोलते हैं, कुर्ची और ephedra. Manganese supplements. Yeah, this one. Okay, now this one, guys. Manganese supplements are given to the soil. This is your digitalis. Okay. Now, Arjuna family comprate AC is mainly used as. Okay. Now, this one, astringent, purgative, stomachic, or cardiotonic. Everyone knows. Arjuna is for Arjuna, Arista, you know, very much common right now these days. Homeopathy, maybe they used to come. Homeopathy, as well as Ayurveda preparation as well. So is it your cardiotonic only, cardiotonic only? That is your cardiac stimulant. Okay, cardiac stimulant. Arginolic acid, cardiotonic. Yes, simple it is. Very simple. Now, pyrethrum is an example of natural pesticide, worm, helminth, or bacteria. Natural pesticide, worm, helminth, or bacteria. What's that? That's your natural pesticide only, right? Pyrethrum. Now, Gossypium herbaceum is a source of silk, cotton, jute, or asbestos. Silk, cotton, jute, or asbestos. Gossypium, guys. Gossypium. Yeah, the Gossypium, if you remember, gives Gossypol, right? Gossypol. Gossypium have Gossypol, and this is your male contraceptive. This is your male contraceptive, and this was asked in GPAT 2023. Before that, I didn't even know that there is something like male contraceptive. I don't even know about that, right? So that is your cotton, cotton balls, cotton balls. That is your gossypium. Okay, GPAT 2023 में they have asked one question. That's your gossypium is your male contraceptive. That is your gossipol only. Okay, remember that. Okay, gossypium. Yeah. Picrolonic acid test is used to identify what? Allurone grain, lignin, alkaloids, or cellulose. Picrolonic, picric acid only. Allurone grain, lignin, alkaloids, or cellulose. What's that? Yeah, that's your alkaloids only. That's, picric acid test is used to be done onto the alkaloids, obviously, right? Now, terpenes are produced by which biosynthetic pathway? Shikmic acid, mevalonic, squalene, or none of these? I think I have seen many of the options as none of these in this test. Is it your shikmic acid, mevalonic acid, squalene, or none of these? What's that? That is your mevalonic acid, guys. What are you doing, Kavya Reddy, Vasundhara? This is your mevalonic acid pathway only, na? Shikmic acid pathway is for different amino acids. Terpenes are from mevalonic acid. Okay? Now this one. Indole alkaloids are biosynthesized from which amino acid? Okay. Indole acids. Indole alkaloids. Indole alkaloids, that is your Nuxvomica, Nuxvomica, as well as if I talk about Ipecac, also if I talk about Physostigma, Physostigma, right? And Rolfia, as well as opium. These are all your indole alkaloids, and these are synthesized from tryptophan, right? Tyrosine, that is for quinine alkaloids. That is for quinine alkaloids. Okay, lysine, phenylalanine, no. If I talk about that one, ornithine, so that is for tropane alkaloids. That is for tropane alkaloid. That's you have to remember. Okay, now this one. Color pigment present in tomato, carotene, lycopene, betaine, or curcumin. What's that? That's a color pigment present in tomato. What's that? Carotene, lycopene, betaine, or curcumin? Simple. That's your lycopene only, which is the antioxidant as well. Okay, now this one. Saffron is mostly Saffron is mostly cultivated in. Yeah. Kesar, Kesar. Karnataka, Kashmir, Maharashtra, or Gujarat. You know what? Uh, when I was in Manali, when I was in Manali for some days, I used to went there Manali in Himachal Pradesh, right? In Himachal Pradesh, okay, this saffron is very much common these days. Every vendor used to come. Kesar loge sir. Kesar. That's your saffron. And that is what in Manali as well as it is very much cultivated in Kashmir as well. Okay. So Kashmir is going to be your correct answer. Himachal and Kashmir. Okay. Here you can see. In the states of Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. See how much I am knowledgeable person about these things. When you travel a lot, you learn many of the things, right? So now this is all about the pharmacognosy part. Now tell me how much questions you got right. How much questions you got right? Yeah. Anyone? How much questions you got right in pharmacognosy? Counted or not counted? Counted or not counted? Four. Okay. How much questions were there? How much questions were there in pharmacognosy? Okay. Where is that? 73. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. 10 questions were there. 10 questions were there. Four you got right, Kavya. Okay. Three skipped, one wrong. Okay. Six you got right, Vasundhara, right? How to cover GK? Oh, now you are asking how to cover GK. GK means specifically one thing. You do DJ, one thing you can do. That articles. है General knowledge, articles. Article 370, Article 19, है Article 17. This is important. What are the schemes? What are the schemes right now generally going on? Governed by a government of India that you have to look on. Rivers, mountains, yeah, films, yeah, movies as well. Movies as well. They used to ask movies. Yeah, dance styles of each state. Also, the CM of each state. CM of each state. That is also necessary. So, if you remember, do this much of the things, you will definitely able to do. Yeah, sports also. Sports also you have to cover from. I think one one year is going to be very much sufficient. 6th month at least you have to cover. 6 month at least. All these things you have to cover for general knowledge, guys. Okay. Now let's move on to the biochemistry part. Okay. Peptide containing two amide bond. Okay. Amide bonds are called as. Okay. Amide bonds. Magesh, two wrong, two skip. Any six correct. Yeah. Very nice. Not bad. Kavya, 4 out of 10. Okay. Okay. Now, dipeptide, tripeptide, or tetrapeptide. Peptides containing two amide bonds are called as dipeptide, tripeptide, tetrapeptide. Nobel Prize, yeah, Nobel Prize as well as FDA approved drug. These two things also. Nobel Prize and FDA approved drugs. Recently FDA approved drugs. Now this one, that is your tripeptide. Exactly. Peptides containing two amide bonds. These are going to be as your tripeptide. Now correct statement for glycolysis. Convert chemical energy into potential energy. Convert potential energy into usable energy. Occurs in animals, not in plant. Occurs only in plant, not in animals. Tell me what's that? Simple most. That's your convert potential energy into usable energy. Right? How much ATP does it form? Hana? How much ATP? 10 ATP totally it will be produced and 2 ATP will be utilized over there only. Hana? 2 ATP will be used over there only. Phosphofructokinase. Phosphofructokinase. Phosphofructokinase, that's a rate limiting step for glycolysis. Okay? Phosphofructokinase, that's a rate limiting step for your glycolysis. Okay. Now, efficiency of two enzyme is compared by with their Km value, optimum pH and temperature, net rate, exactly. Optimum pH and temperature, substrate concentration or inhibitor. Efficiency of two enzyme is compared by the what? Km value, optimum pH and temperature, substrate concentration or inhibitor. That's your Km value base. All right. Now, DNA rich in 80 pairs have, okay, DNA rich in 80 pair. One hydrogen bond, two hydrogen bond, three hydrogen bond, or four hydrogen bond. Adenine and thiosin. Yeah, that's your two hydrogen bonds. Two hydrogen bonds. GC is bind with three, and AT and AU are paired with two hydrogen. Okay. Now, 𝘿𝘄𝑎s and 𝘿𝘂𝙎𝑎s are what? Anomers, epimers, enantiomers, or none of the above? What's that? Anomers, epimers, enantiomers, or none of the above? Yeah, that's your epimers. Epimers apart from first carbon. Okay. Epimers, there is a difference between apart from first carbon. Okay. Just like glucose and galactose, if you remember. Glucose and galactose. These are your having C4 as a epimer. Okay. C4 as epimer. Alright, chalo. Which of the following is non-reducing sugar? Non-reducing sugar, maltose, lactose, sucrose, or all of the above? Yeah, which of the following is non-reducing sugar? Maltose, lactose, sucrose, or all of the above? Anyone? Anyone? Simple it is, right? Non-reducing plenty of times. Sucrose only, okay? Sucrose. Reducing is what? Cupric ions get converted into the cuprous ion and produce brick red precipitate. Example, all monosaccharide maltose as well as lactose. That's your glucose, maltose as well as lactose. Sucrose, trehalose, these are your non-reducing sugars. Now this one, in secondary structure of protein, the structure is stabilized by, in secondary structure of protein, okay? Is it your hydrogen bond, van der Waals bond, sigma bond, or pi bond? So simple. Simple. Yeah, this is what? Hydrogen bond, okay? Now, pharmaceutics and allied subject. In this one, how much you got right? Felling, exactly. Felling hai, Benedict hai. Yeah. Pharmaceutics and allied subjects. How much question you got right over here? This one in biochemistry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 questions. Out of 7 questions, how much you got right? Out of 7 questions, how much you got right? One correct, 2 wrong. Kavya, revise more, bacha. Kavya, ready? Revise more, okay? You need a lot of revision, Kavya. So, revise properly, okay? Now, let's move on to the pharmaceutics now. Okay, 3 correct. Issue, okay, not bad. Magesh, 1 wrong, 1 skip. Very nice, Magesh. 3 skipped, Kavya. It doesn't matter, na, right now. You have to be correct at this point. Now, this one. HEPA filters are made up of cellulose acetate, cellulose nitrate, stainless steel, or asbestos. Asbestos. Yes, obviously it is going to be your asbestos now. HEPA filter, asbestos. Okay. Now, carnauba wax is useful in the following step of sugar coating. Carnauba wax. Wax is for wax. Nail polish. That is also a one kind of wax, you can say. Is it your seal coating, polishing, subcoating, or syrup coating? Yeah, that is for polishing, guys. Polishing. Non-aqueous binder, methyl cellulose, HPMC, ethyl cellulose, or all are correct. Methyl cellulose, HPMC, ethyl cellulose, or all are correct. Which one is it? That's your ethyl cellulose, non-aqueous. Okay, very freely soluble. Very soluble means of solvent is required to dissolve 1 gram of solute. What is that? Very freely soluble, sparingly soluble, slightly soluble, very slightly soluble, and not soluble. Practically insoluble, you can say, right? Practically, okay. Practically insoluble. Alright? So very means less than 1. Less than 1. D. Exactly. Issue. Very good. Less than 1. 1 to 10. 10 to 30. 30 to 100. And then 100 to 1000. 1000 to 10,000, 10K, and more than 10,000, and insoluble. I was getting 74 and 26 wrong. 20 skip for farming. Is that fine or bad? 74 right, then it would be your 0.5, so it would be around 37 marks. Yes, 37 marks and 26 wrong. So 1/4 of 26, that would be around 8.25. So 37 minus 28. That's not good, 𝘂𝙂𝙎𝙎. 29 marks you are only getting from pharma portion. Is that so? Improve. Okay. Do more hard work, do more revision. And pharma should be your strength, na? Pharma should be your strength, na? So go on to your strength, revise it more again and again, and then you will be having the answer. Okay. Now this one. Dash equation is related with osmotic pressure, guys. Okay. Okay. Now this one. Dash equation is related with osmotic pressure. Is it your want of factor, Arrhenius, Gibbs, or Hikuji? Yes, want of factor is given with equation is related with osmotic pressure. Arrhenius, that is for temperature and rate of reaction. Okay. Gibbs free energy, if you remember, Gibbs free energy, that is for thermodynamics. And Higuchi, that is for dissolution. Dissolution from matrix, from polymer matrix. Okay. So remember this one. Gelatin has least value of gold number, which means that gelatin is less effective, gelatin is more effective, it has no relation. Okay. It is equally effective as that of albumin. What's that? Simple most. If you have least value of gold number, then gelatin would be very much effective as protective colite. Okay. This is important. Okay. And this is what the thing over here. Gelatin, hemoglobin, agalbumin, potato starch, gum arabic, caseinate, sodium oleic, as well as dextrin. Right? So granule density can be determined by using of the following. Is it your micrometer, toluene distillation method, picnometer, or Coulter counter method? Granule density, micrometer, toluene distillation, picnometer, or Coulter counter. Coulter counter method is for particle volume, as well as particle size. Okay, particle size. Toluene distillation method, and you can say Karl Fischer method. Karl Fischer method, that is for moisture content. Okay, that is for moisture content. Okay, picnometer, yes, picrometer is going to be your correct answer over here. That's your granule density. Micrometer that is for obviously your volume only, right? Micrometers. Which of the following buffer has buffering capacity around pH 5? Okay, pH 5 is buffering capacity around pH 5. Borate, sulfate, acetate, or phosphate? Yes. Anyone? Which of the following buffer has buffering capacity around pH 5? pH 5. That's your acetate only, right? Acetate is going to be your correct answer. Now, in sterilization process, the mode of action of ethylene oxide is, that's a very important one. Very important topic as well, guys. You have to remember the mechanism of action of each disinfectant as well as sterilizing agent. That's a very important topic for the context of NIPER examination, guys. Ethylene oxide, very much asked. Coagulation of bacterial protein, oxidation, alkylating agent, obviously that is your alkylating agent over here. Okay, coagulation, that has been done, I think, in moist heat, and oxidation is done in your dry heat. Okay, so remember this one. Yeah. Now, the total volume of the solid particles, which exclude all spaces, greater than molecular dimensions, and which has a characteristic value of each material. Okay, true volume, granule volume, bulk volume, or total volume. What's that? Excluded they have asked, right? Excluded all spaces. Excluded all spaces. That is your true volume only. Hana? For example, this is your particle. Hana? This is your particle. Hana? So this space, this space only, that is considered to be as true volume. If I talk about all this space, that will be your bulk volume. So A is going to be your true volume. Okay. Now 𝙂𝙂𝙎𝙬 is a brand name of 𝙂𝙂𝙎 is a brand name of sodium CMC, sodium CMC, cross-link sodium CMC, PVP or cross-link PVP. 𝙂𝙂𝙎 guys. 𝙂𝙂𝙎, 𝙂𝙂𝙎, 𝙂𝙂𝙎 is a brand name of sodium CMC, cross-link sodium CMC, PVP or cross-link PVP. That is your cross-link sodium CMC. Exactly. Right? Chalo. Numerical designation of trichloromonofluoromethane properly. Proper length. Okay. Trichloro monofluoro. Monofluoro means at the end it would be one only. Hai. So at the end, monofluoro. Simple most technique is you just have to see fluoro. Fluoro is having same. So one at the end. So one at the end. Simple. Right? One is going to be your correct. Exactly. Now, convenient dosage form to deliver pellets or granule material orally. Okay. Convenient dosage form to deliver pellets or granule material orally. Is it your layer tablets, compressed tablets, hard gelatin capsule, or soft gelatin capsule? Remember, pellets I am asking as well as granular material, that is your powder. Okay. Then tell me. Pellets as well as granular materials, powder as well. Granules. Yep. So what's that? Simple. It is your hard gelatin capsule. Exactly, 𝙂𝙂𝙎𝙬. Very nice. And a hard gelatin capsule. Now this one, which of the following is not a part of 4P of marketing? 4P of marketing. That's also we have discussed previously as well. Is your product, promotion, purity, or price? Obviously, it is going to be your purity, right? Okay. So what are the 4Ps? That's your price, product, promotion, as well as place. Remember this one. Price, product, promotion, as well as place. Okay. Chalo. Impurity profiling is a study of. Impurity profiling is the study of impurities, effect of impurities on stability, effect of foreign material on stability, or none of these. Yeah. Anyone? Impurity profiling is a study of impurities, effect of impurity on stability, effect of foreign material on stability, or none of these. This is your effect of impurities on stability, right? Solid dispersions are used to enhance dissolution, protect drug from environment, mask the state, or all of the above. Solid dispersions. Dispersions, guys. Dispersions are what about yesterday paper explanation? Okay. Yesterday paper explanation. We are doing the paper explanation of alternative days. Okay. Not that one. That is your all of the above. Exactly. Colorcon and Dow are the reputed names related with Dow process, if you remember. Right? Dow process, APIs, excipients, analytical reagent, or none of these. Yeah. This is your excipients case. Now biotechnology. A topoisomerase that relieves supercoiling in DNA by creating a transient break in the double helix is what? This is simple. This is simple one. Yeah. A topoisomerase that relieves supercoiling in DNA by creating a transient break in the double. Okay, 5 wrong, Magesh. That's nice. Out of good amount of questions, you got only 5 wrong. That's nice. Okay, now this one. DNA gyrase, DNA ligase, DNA polymerase, and DNA helicase. DNA gyrase, if you remember, fluoroquinolones, these are acting onto the DNA gyrase only, right? Remember that one. Gene expression in bacteria is done by gene expression. Gene expression is in bacteria is done by transcription, translation, replication, or translocation. Simple. Gene expression is nothing but DNA to RNA, right? And that is what transcription only. Transcription. Proofreading function is done by which of the following DNA polymerase? Proofreading. proofreading function is done by which kind of DNA polymerase? DNA polymerase 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. That is your DNA polymerase 1, right? Now, which of the following is our what? Palindromes. Okay, palindromes are what? I don't know about this one, palindromes, to be honest. Anna, this one, this one, this one, or this one is. Do you know what's that? Do you know what's that? Anna, even I don't know what's this one. Palindromes. So sorry for that one. And answer would be here as A. Okay. So, microbiology. Acid fast bacteria is not stained by crystal violet and are washed with acid during 5 seconds. Mild staining due to presence of what? Okay, is not stained by crystal violet. Is it a peptidoglycan, mycolic acid, teichoic acid, or lipopolysaccharides? Yeah, this is your mycolic acid. Very nice. Easy to say. Very nice. Very nice. Now, bacteria are present in the following except. Bacteria are present in the following except ice, seawater, distilled water, or soil. Two wrong, one skip. Okay, Magesh. Sir, I'm a second year student. Present, I'm in fourth semester. Okay, Kavya. Okay. Nice. So you are aiming for GPAT as well as NIPER in the future years, right? Alright, in the next year, you will be giving the GPAT examination, right? Yeah, you have a good time, Kavya. You have a good time. Don't worry. You have a good time to prepare, and you can definitely do that. You can definitely do that one. Okay, the bacteria are present in the following. That is your except distilled water. Exactly. 𝘂𝙎𝙎𝙎𝙎 and status world. Very nice. Microbial assay of erythromycin. This topic is very much important. Microbial assay of erythromycin is done by Bacillus subtilis, Punilis, aureus, or Microbacterium luteus. What's that? Yes. So this is your Mycobacterium luteus. This topic is very much important, guys, in the context of NIPER examination. Microbial assay they used to ask very much frequently. Okay. Now, bacteria that require trace amount of oxygen for growth. Trace amount of means small amount of oxygen, but cannot survive in the presence of excess of oxygen. What's that? Microaerophilic, obligatory aerobe, mesophile, or obligatory anaerobe. What's that? That's your guys microaerophilic. Okay, microaerophilic. Exactly, Magesh. Very nice. Glass transition temperature is related with carbohydrate, polymers, lipids, or none of these. Glass transition temperature. So this is the last question of here. Yes, glass transition temperature is related with that's your carbohydrates. Alright, guys, this is the thing that we have with the NIPER Marathon Model Paper 4 of Pharma section. Now, the non-pharma will be taken by the Aditi ma'am, from here. And I think many of the questions I have detailed in a very detailed manner, explained in a very detailed manner. And do let me know in the comment section that are you satisfied with the explanation or not? Yes. Are you satisfied with the explanation or not? Okay. 21 round, Mahesh. Total, no? Since starting. Okay, fine. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. And do good in your rest of the uh goat. What's that goat? Yeah. Sir, can you please guide me when we where to start? Okay, Kavya, I think uh, just um yeah, connect to me on LinkedIn. Okay, this is my name. Okay, connect to me on LinkedIn. Okay, Kavya, and then we can start. All right? It's not like that. It's not like that. 𝘂𝙂𝙎𝑃, we have to do a lot more hard work for that. But Kavya, do connect me on my this one, LinkedIn. Then I will guide you over there. Okay? Chalo guys, thank you so much. Bye bye. Signing off. Take care of yourself, right? Bye bye.
Good morning, all. A very good morning. Am I audible and visible? Good morning, status world. Good morning, issue. Shall I start? Our known pharma section. Okay, so first section is from reasoning. So let's start from the question number 1. So question number 1 is in your screen, that select the number from among the following options that can replace the question mark in the following series. So you have a series, you have to replace the question mark with the proper answer, that is 17, 11, 19 and 30. So give the answer quickly. So as you can see that there is 3E8L. Okay, so 3 plus 2 is equals to 5, that is E, and 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. Okay, that is this. Okay, if you add 8 plus 4, you will get 12, and in that position the letter L is there. Okay, so L. Now 12 plus 5, that is 17. So option number A is your correct. Option number A is correct. Yes, status world. Option number 17 is correct. Now move to the next question. That is question number 2 from the reasoning. So question number 2 is, if sun is coded as 54, then how will moon be coded as? If sun is coded at 54, then how is moon coded? Anyone? As we know, SUN, that is sun is in S is in 19th position. 19 plus 21 plus N is in 14th position. So you will get, when you add load, you will get 54. Similarly, you can code for moon, MOON. MOON. So what is the answer? What is the answer? 58, 57, 55, 56. Anyone? Moon is coded as, that is M is in 13th position plus M is in O is in 15th position, that is 15 plus 15, and N is in what position? That is in 14th position. When you sum all these numbers, you will get your answer, that is 57. Yes, very good. 57 is the correct answer. Option number B. Yes. Now move to the next question. That is question number 118. Select the option that is related to the third term in the same way as the second term is related to the first term. That is 𝐸𝐹𝐺𝐻𝑉𝑈𝑇𝑆 JKLM. Now the answer is what? 𝐸𝐹𝐺HVUTS JKLM, that is QPNO, QNPO, QONP, QPON. That is QPON. That is QPON. Now move to the next question. Now, in the following series, how many times is the number 0 immediately followed by 2? 0 immediately followed by 2, that in that series. So 0, 2, that is 1, 2 and 3. So the answer is 6, 5, 4, 3. That is option number 3. That is option number D. Yes, D. Option number D. Option number D is correct. Now let's move to the another question. If the letter of the word university are arranged alphabetical order, if we arrange the university letter in alphabetical order, then which letter will be 7th from the left hand? 7th from the left hand. Now what is the answer? If you arrange university in an alphabetical order, now you have to give the answer that which letter will be 7th to the left hand. Which letter is 7th to the left hand? That is E, I, N, this one, N. Now R, S, T, U, V, Y. Now from the left end, 7th letter, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that is T. So option number B is correct. That is T. Yes, very good. Status word. Now move to the next question, that is question number 121. So in a row of 12 students, when Karan was shifted by 3 places towards the right, he became 5th from the right hand. What will his early position from the left hand? In a row of 12 students, when Karan was shifted by 3 places towards the right, he becomes 5th from the right hand. What will be his earlier position from the left hand? What? That is 12 minus 5 plus 1. That is 8. So the earlier position is that 8 minus 3, that is 5th. So option number D is correct. Option number D is correct. Now question number 122. If there is a series given, if P means plus, Q means minus, R means multiply, S means divide, then find the value of the following expression. So you have to find the value of the following expression. Here is S missing. That is 2 by 3 S, 1 by 3 Q, 7 P, 7 R, 5. Now you have to replace the alphabet with the arithmetic signs. You will get your answer. So what is the answer? Two by 3 S. S means what? That is divide 2 by 3, divide 1 by 3. Q means that is subtract minus 7. Then P means what? That is plus. So 7 plus 7. Then R means multiply, then 5. When you solve this, you will get your answer. When you solve this, you will get your answer. Now what is the answer? Anyone? Answer is what? D. That is Vasundhara. Option D. 40. Yes. Option D is correct. That is, check your answer once again. 40. Anyone? that is 2 by 3 multiply 3 minus 7. You will change divide sign into multiplication by reciprocal the fraction. Okay, so 3 by 1 minus 7 plus 7 5 is 35. 3 by 3 cancel by 3. 2 minus 7 plus 35, that is minus 7 minus 2, that is minus 5 plus 35, that is 30. That is 30, not 40. Yes, option C is correct. Issue, very good. Option C, that is 30. Vasundhara, check your answer once again. The answer is 30. Now move to the next question. Now the question number 123. Select the combination of letters when sequentially placed in the blanks will created a repetitive pattern. So you have to arrange in that way. There will be a repetitive pattern like C dash B, C A dash, C dash B, C dash A dash B. C A B C B, A B C A B C A B C, that is A B. So the correct answer is what? A B. Yes, A B A A. Very good. That is A B A A. Very good. Now move to the next question. Introducing a girl to his son-in-law, Bhola said, her brother is only son of my brother-in-law. How is girl related to Bhola? How is girl related to Bhola? That is niece. Option number D is correct. Option number D is correct. Now, next question is, 4 publications have been listed. Here is 4 publication, that is Indian Today, Indian Express, The Hindu, Hindustan Times. Now, out of which 3 are alike some manner. Like from this 3 are alike, 1 is odd one. So you have to find the one that is different from the others. Indian Today, Indian Express, The Hindu, Hindustan Times. So if you can see, all 3 are newspapers, daily newspapers. But if you see India Today is what? That is news magazine. India Today TV channel and news magazine. Okay, now very good. Now move to the next question. That is question number 126. In a row of girls, Mahua is 7th from one extreme end and 11th from the other. Find the total number of girls in the row. So you have to find the total number of girls. Anyone? So you can directly apply that position from one end plus position from other end minus 1. So you can directly use, that is 7 plus 11. 7 plus 11 minus 1, when you will get your answer. That is 17. Yes, option D is correct. Option D is correct. Yes, 17. Now move to the next question. Rakhi goes 3 meter north, then turns right and walk 4 meters, then again turn right and walks. Okay, let east, west, north, south. Now here is Rakhi. Okay, Rakhi goes 3 meter north. Okay, 3 meter north, then turn right and walk 4 meter. Okay, 4 meter, then again turn right. Okay, now the position is like that. Now turn right and walk how much meter? That is 2 meter. Okay, that is from there 2 meter. Okay, now then again turn right and walk 4 meter. Again, now like she is like that. Now again turn right, so again turn right and walk 4 meter. So how many meters is C from her original position? So our original position is there, she is there now. Now this from this point to this 2 kilometer, now the remaining is what? That is 1. So option number B is correct. Option number B is correct. First C go there 3 meter from north, then turn right and walk 4 kilometer, 4 meter, not kilometer, that is 4 meter. Now then turn right, walk 2 meter, then turn right, walk 4 meter. Now the distance from the original is 1, that is option B. Yes, issue, very good. Option B is correct. 1 meter, yes. Status word, very good. Option B is correct. Now move to the next question. If Rahul is coded as 60, then Rajesh will be coded as what? As you can check the alphabetical position, okay. R-A-H, R plus A plus H-U plus U plus L is coded as 60. Then you will add R plus A plus J plus E plus S plus H and you will get your answer. So what is the answer? As R is in 18th position, A is in 1st position, H is in 8th position. So you will end and you will get your answer. That is answer option number, that is option number what? Anyone? Issue, status word, Vasundhara. That is 61. Option number C is correct. When you add all the alphabetical, okay, you will get your answer, that is 61. Now move to the next question, that is Arun walks 10 yards straight from his house which is facing north, okay, like again east, west, north, south, like Arun walks 10 meter yard straight from the house which is facing north, okay, in that. So 10 meter yard, and then walk 20 meter yard in the reverse direction, okay. Reverse, it means back direction. So first move straight and then backward, that is 20 yard, okay, like there. Then further he takes left turn, okay. Now he take left turn, that is in that position, and walk 10 meter yard, that is 10 meter yards. In which direction is Arun now from his original position? So which position? That is now, what is the position? That is southeast. So option number C is correct, that is southeast. Option number C, that is southeast. Yes, option C, issue, very good. Status word, very good. Now the next question, if circle is said to be triangle, okay, if circle is said to be triangle, circle triangle is called square, okay, triangle, square, and square called rectangle, then what would be polygon? What would be? What is the answer? Anyone? Circle called triangle, triangle called square, square called rectangle, polygon called what? No, that is triangle. That is rectangle. Some said square, rectangle. So the correct answer is square. Yes, square is correct answer. Issue, very good. Square is the correct answer. Okay, now move to the next question. That is, white revolution is related to milk. Okay, white revolution is related to milk production. In the same way, yellow revolution is related to what? Answer. Yellow, potato, oil seed, egg, honey. White revolution to milk production, white, yellow for what? That is potato, oil seed, egg, honey. Anyone? Vasundhara, issue, status word. Anyone? Yes, oil seed. Yes, option B is correct. The color of oil is yellow, so you can learn answer in that way. Oil seed. In a certain code, verbal is written as 𝙂𝙂𝘖𝙎𝙄. How will modern be written as in that code? Verbal is written as 𝙂𝙂𝘖𝙎𝙄. VERPAL. That is 𝙂𝙂𝙎𝙄. So modern is written as NLWVIM. Option B. 4 years have been given, so 3 are similar in some way. You have to find the odd one. Four years are given in that option. Okay, 3 are similar, one is odd one, so you have to find the odd one. So 2001, 2002, 2003 having 365 days. Okay, but 2004 having 366 days, that is leap year. That is leap year. So option number D is correct. Option number D is correct. Now move to the next question. That is 134. 4 instruments have been listed, out of which 3 are alike in some manner and 1 is different. So you have to find the odd one from the given option. Drum, tabla, sitar, mridangam. Drum, tabla, mridangam, sitar. If you see, drum is yes, 2004 Vasundhara, very good. Now you have 4 options, 4 instrument, musical instrument. 3 are similar in a way, in some way. 1 is different. So what? Sitar. Yes, sitar is different. Yes, option C is correct. Very good. Issue. Status world. Very good. Because drum, tabla and mridanga are played by beating with hands, and sitar is a straight instrument played by plucking strings. Okay, now in a class, Renu rank is 15th from the bottom. If there are 30 students in the class, then what is her rank from the top? What is her rank from the top? That is 30 minus 15 plus 1, you will get your answer. 30 minus 15 plus 1, you will get your answer. So what is the answer? 30 minus 15 plus 1, you will get your answer. Vasundhara, issue, status world, 16. Yes, option C is correct. Option C is correct. Next question. Heart is related to cardiology in the same way kidney is related to what? Heart is related to cardiology, kidney is related what? Give answer quickly. That is option C. That is rheumatology. Are you sure? Issue. Heart is related to cardiology, kidney is related to what? Nuclear medicine, neurology, rheumatology, nephrology. Yes, option D is correct. Vasundhara, very good. Nephrology. Yes, option D is correct. That is nephrology. Now move to the next. Select the combination of the letter that when sequentially placed in the blank will create a repetitive pattern. A, B, A, B, C, A, A, C, C, A, B. So correct pattern is A, B, A, C, B, C, A, B, A, C, B, C, A, B, then A. That is C, B, B, A. That is C, B, B, A. Option A is correct. Option A is correct. Pointing towards a man, Vivek said, his only brother is the father of my daughter. From among the given option, how could the man is related to Vivek? So grandfather, man, Vivek, and Vivek daughter. So the answer is what? That is uncle, option number C. Now if black is called green, green is called yellow. Black is called green, green is called yellow, yellow is called blue, blue is called red. Now gold is what? Gold we called what? Gold is in which color? That is in yellow. So the answer is yellow, option D. Am I right? Status world, Vasundhara, issue. Gold is yellow. That is option number D. Yes, of course, that is yellow. Option number D is correct for question number 139. Now move to the next question. Oh, not yellow, that is blue. Black is green, green is yellow, yellow is blue, blue is red. Then what would be gold? Gold is blue. Yes, yellow is called blue. Yes, yes, status world. Very good, very good. Bravo. Yes, yellow is called blue. Very good, status world. Nice. Option C is correct. Now move to the next. One of the following is a day which cannot be last day of the century. That is, so you have, I think you have learned this answer in the tips. That is, which day is not last day of the century? Yes, 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 issue. Yellow is called blue. Yes, yes, you are right. Yellow is blue. Yes, Vasundhara, very good. The answer is blue. Yes. So for this question, one of the following is a day which cannot be the last day of the century. That is Tuesday. That is Tuesday. Now some general knowledge questions you have to answer. You have to give the answer quickly. Okay. So question number 1, liver 52 belongs to what? That is Himalaya, Dabur, Patanjali, Vaidnath. Correct answer is what? Liver 52 is belongs to what? Himalaya, Dabur, Patanjali, Vaidnath. Correct answer is what? Liver 52. Issue, Vasundhara, status world. What is the answer? Liver 52 belongs to what? That is Himalaya. That is Himalaya. Yes, option A is correct, status world. Very good. Himalaya. Himalaya Wellness Company manufactured liver 52. Okay, now borolene is manufactured by GD Pharmaceuticals, Cipla, Dabur, Imami. Which? Yes, Ishu, Himalaya is the correct answer. It's okay, Vasundhara. You will learn this for future. Okay. So borolene is manufactured by whom? That is GD Pharmaceuticals, Cipla, Dabur, Imami. If you don't know general knowledge question, you can learn from this session. Okay. You will learn, or you make some notes. Okay. So borolene is manufactured by what? By whom? Status world. Ishu, Vasundhara. Borolene is manufactured by GD Pharmaceuticals. So option number A is correct. Option number A is correct. That is GD Pharmaceuticals. GD Pharmaceuticals who made borolene. Yes, GD Pharma. Next. Cetaphil is famous for. All girls know Cetaphil is famous for what? Pain relief, skincare, hair oil, antacid use. Anyone? Vasundhara, Ishu, Status World. Pharmaceutical is famous for what? Pain relief, skincare, hair oil, antacid. So there are so many cleansers, lotions. Yes, option B, that is Issue. I know, you know, that is a skincare. Option B is correct. Cetaphil is famous for skincare. Now move to the next question. That is, Sensodyne is a brand of Colgate, P&G, Hellon, Dabur. Colgate, P&G, wow, very good Issue. Manufactured by 𝘎𝙬𝙬. Okay, now the question is Sensodyne is the brand of Colgate, P&G, Hellon, Dabur. So Sensodyne is a brand of C. Yes, Hellon. Very good. Option C is correct. That is Hellon. That is Hellon. Now move to the next question. Which Indian state is called the Tea Garden of India? Tea Garden of India. Which state is called to be Tea Garden of India? Anyone? That is Kerala, Assam, Punjab, Gujarat. So Kerala is famous for spices. Okay, masala. Kerala is famous for spices. So Indian state called Tea Garden of India. That is B. Yes, Assam. Very good. Assam is the correct answer. Next. Which continent is known as dark continent? Which continent is known as dark continent? Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia. Yes, Assam, Vasundhara, very good. Which continent is known as the dark continent? Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia. B. That is Africa. Very good. Correct option is B. That is Africa. Africa is the correct option. That is, Africa is known as dark continent. This term was historically used by European because much of Africa was once explored by them. Okay. Now move to the next question. Which instrument measure atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure. Which instrument used for atmospheric pressure? Thermometer, hygrometer, barometer, lactometer. Lactometer used for milk. Okay. Thermometer is used for temperature. So we have two options, barometer and hygrometer. So the answer is what? That is barometer. So barometer measures atmospheric pressure. Okay. So Thermometer used for temperature, hygrometer measure the humidity of air, lactometer measure the purity or density of milk. So the option is barometer measures atmospheric pressure. Okay, now which Mughal emperor built the Red Fort? Which Mughal emperor built the Red Fort? Akbar, Shahjahan, Babur, Humayun. Yes, not hygrometer, Vasundhara. That is barometer. Now, which Mughal emperor built the Red Fort? Akbar, Shahjahan, Babur, Humayun. Humayun. That is Shahjahan. Shahjahan built Red Fort. Akbar built Agra Fort. Babur founded Mughal Empire, and Humayun, son of Babur. So the answer is Shahjahan. Status was Shahjahan built the Red Fort. Now the national song of India, Vande Bharat, written by whom? Shankar Mahadevan, Rabindranath Tagore, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. I think everyone knows the answer of this question. The national song of India, Vande Bharat, was written by whom? By whom? By whom? Anyone? Vasundhara, Status World, Issue. The answer is what? That is B. Rabindranath Tagore. No, 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 not Rabindranath Tagore. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay wrote the national song Vande Bharat, Vande Mataram. Yes, C, yes, issue. C, that is Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Now the next question, which gas is used to fire extinguishers? Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen. All you know very well. Which gas? That is oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen. Very good, Vasundhara. Option C is correct. That is carbon dioxide is the gas used in fire extinguishers. CO2. Now move to the next question. Which Indian state produce maximum coffee? Which state produce maximum coffee? Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Assam. Which state produce maximum coffee? Maximum coffee. That is Karnataka. Option number C is correct. That is Karnataka. Now move to the next question. Which state is famous for Kaziranga National Park? Which state is famous for Kaziranga National Park? That is Assam, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. In which state Kaziranga National Park? That is Assam, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. That is Assam. That is option number A. Option number A is correct. That is Assam. Assam is famous for Kaziranga National Park, which is known for one-horned rhinoceros. Yes, okay. Which Indian state is known as the Spice Garden of India? Spice Garden. From the previous question, I have talked about the Spice Garden of India. So the correct answer is what? Vasundhara, Issue, Status World. What is the answer? Which Indian state is known as Spice Garden of India? Kerala, Punjab, Haryana, Bihar. Kerala, yes, very good. Kerala is the correct option. Kerala is known as Spice Garden of India. Now, which state is known for Sundarbans? Which state is known for Sundarbans? That is Odisha, Assam, West Bengal, Bihar. All you know very well what is the correct answer for this question. Which Indian state is known for Sundarbans? That is option number C. That is West Bengal. West Bengal is known for Sundarbans. WB, that is West Bengal. Odisha having Chilika Lake, Assam, Kaziranga National Park, Bihar is famous for historical site like Nalanda. Now, the Harappan site, Lothal, which featured massive tidal dockyard, is located in which modern Indian state? Yes, Vasundhara, very good. West Bengal is the correct answer. The Harappan site Lothal, which featured a massive tidal dockyard, is located in which modern Indian state? The answer is Gujarat. So Lothal is famous for its massive tidal dockyard for the Harappan civilization. Okay, so that is Gujarat. Now, which river is known as Sore of Bihar? Sore of Bihar due to its frequent devastating floods. Damodar River, Kosi River, Hooghly River or Gandak River? That is Kosi River. Kosi River is known as the Sore of Bihar due to its frequent devastating floods. Now, what is the highest mountain peak located entirely within India's border? All you know very well the answer of this question. What is the highest mountain peak located entirely within India's border? That is Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi, K2 mountain, Anamudi. That is, what is the highest mountain peak located entirely within India's border? That is Kanchenjunga. Option number A is correct. Now move to the next question. Which desert is the largest hot desert in the world? Gobi Desert, Kalahari Desert, Sahara Desert, Thar Desert. Kanchenjunga, very good Vasundhara. Which desert is the largest hot desert in the world? No, not Thar, Vasundhara. That is Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world. But Thar Desert is the greatest Indian desert. Okay? Thar is for India and Sahara is for all the world. For the world. Okay? Now, who is the recognized as father of Indian Constitution? All you know very well. Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. So the answer is what? Who is recognized as the father of the Indian Constitution? Father of Indian Constitution. Father of Indian Constitution. All you know very well. The option number Vasundhara Status World Issue. Father of the Indian Constitution. Option B. Yes, very good Vasundhara. That is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar is known as the father of Indian Constitution. Mahatma Gandhi is the father of the nation. Jawaharlal Nehru, first PM of India. Rajendra Prasad is the was the first president of India. Okay, now how many members are nominated by President of India to the Rajya Sabha? That is 12. Option number C is correct. Now move to the next question. What is the minimum age required to qualify for election as the President of India? All you know, you have studied from your class 9, 10th, okay, 8, 9, 10th. So the minimum age is what? For election as the President of India. That is 25, 30 years, 35 years, 40 years. So the answer is what? Option C, yes, 35 years is the minimum age required for the election as President of India. Okay, very good. Now move to the next question. What pigment causes the distinct yellow coloration observed in a ripe papaya? Lycopene, carrageenan, carotene, anthocyanin. What pigment causes the distinct yellow coloration observed in a ripe papaya? That is �々𝑘. Option B is correct. Now what unique creature possesses 3 distinct hearts and blue colored copper based blood? Which? That is shark, octopus, starfish, jellyfish. Octopus, starfish, jellyfish. What unique creature possesses 3 distinct hearts and blue colored copper based blood? B. Octopus. Yes, issue. Octopus having 3 distinct hearts and blue colored copper based blood. Option B is correct. Now move to the next question. What does the financial acronym NEFT stand for? So you have to give the full form of NEFT. That is National Electronic Fund Transfer. That is National Electronic Fund Transfer. That is option number A, NEFT. NEFT is a nationwide electronic fund transfer system maintained by RBI that allows structured batch-based peer-to-peer money transfer. That is National Electronic Fund Transfer. Now, what does CRR stand for within context of RBI monetary policy? Credit rating ratio, cash reserve ratio, currency regulation rate, corporate recovery risk. So the answer is cash reserve ratio. That is option number B is correct. Okay, now Teva is leading pharmaceutical company in generics, branded drugs, Indian market, expectants. Yes, Vasundhara reserve ratio, very good, reserve ratio. Now the Teva is leading pharmaceutical company in generics, branded drugs, Indian market or excipients. That is generic. So option number A is correct for that question. Yes, option A issue, very good. Option A is correct. Now move to the next. Who win the Nobel Prize for Psychology or Medicine in 2020? That is 𝙂𝙖 Michael Houghton and Charles M. Ray. Second, Gerard Moreau, Ruther Askin, Donna Strickland. So the answer is 𝙂𝙖 Michael Houghton and Charles M. Rick won Nobel Prize for Psychology and Medicine in 2020. Now, deodorant body spray Fuel for Man was recently launched in partnership with VLCC by whom? That is 𝘿𝙬𝙎𝘾𝙬𝙎𝘎𝑃 Sanofi. Answer is what? That is elder. Yes. Issue. Now, which of the following parts have free trade? Cochin, Madras, Kalrena, Tuticorin. Deodorant, which of the following part have free trade? That is Cochin. Now let's move to another part, that is aptitude. Okay, so question number first from the aptitude is, how many numbers are present between 50 and 100, both excluding? Okay, both you have to exclude 50 or and 100. So which contain 5 digit and can be exactly divisible by digit 5? Can be exactly divisible by digit 5. How many numbers are present between 50 and 100? You have to exclude both the numbers 50 and 100. Now which contain digit 5 and can be exactly divisible by digit 5? So the numbers are, that is 55, 65, 75, 85 and 95, which are divisible by what? That is 5. So answer is what? That is 5. Option number A is correct. Yes, 5. Option A is correct. Very good, issue. Status world. Very good. Now move to the next question. Question number second is, a boy was asked to find 7 by 9 of a fraction. He made a mistake of dividing the fraction by 7 by 9 and so got an answer which exceeded the correct answer by 8 by 21. Find the correct answer. You have to find the correct answer. Vasundhara, 9. How? 5. Answer is 5. Option number is okay for the question 170. So let the fraction be x. Okay, and a boy was asked to find 7 by 9 as a fraction. Okay, 7 by 9 as a fraction. So correct is 7 by 9x. Okay, wrong answer is that is x divided by 7 by 9, that is 9x by 7, that is 9x by 7. So the given condition is 9x by 7 minus 7x by 9 is equals to what? That is 8 by 21. That is 8 by 21. When you solve this, you will get the value of x. When you solve the value of x, you will get x is equals to 3 by 4. X is equals to what? That is 3 by 4. That is 3 by 4. And when you multiply this, 7 by 9 multiply 3 by 4. That is 3 3s are 9. That is 7 by 12. So the answer is option number C. That is 7 by 12. Okay. Now move to the next question. That is question number 172. You have to evaluate 0.34 divided by 1.7 plus 45 multiply 2. So the answer is what? Give answer quickly. Vasundhara, issue, status world. You have to solve the given simplification. Issue, you have a given condition, that is 9 by 7x minus 7 by 9x is equals to what? That is 8 by 21. When you take the LCM, you will get the value of x. Okay. And you know the correct is what? When you multiply a number by 7 by 9. So 7 by 9 multiply x, that is 3 by 4. So you will get your answer. Now you have to simplify, like 0.34 divided by 1.7 plus 45 multiply 2. So 340 upon 1700 plus 45 multiplied 2. That is issue. Okay, issue Benival. That is option D. Option D is what? That is 90.2. Yes, your answer is correct. That is 90.2. So you will get 90. You will get 1 by 5 plus 90. So 90.2 is the answer. That is 90.2 is the answer. So option number D is correct. Option number D is correct. Very good, issue Benival. Now move to the next question. That is another question. Which of the following is an ascending order? You have to put in a ascending order. So which one is in ascending order? If you see, you will get 5 by 7, 9 by 11, 7 by 8. Option number B. Option number B. Now x by y is equals to 9 by 11. Now you have to solve 5x plus 3y divided by 3x plus 5. Okay, so it means x is equals to 9, y is equals to 11. Here x is equals to 9 and y is equals to 11. So you put the value of x and y directly in the given equation. So you will get your answer. Vasundhara, option D, that is 39:41. Very good. Yes, 39:41 is the correct answer. Option D is correct. When you put like 5 multiply 9 plus 3 multiply 11 divided by 3 multiply 9 plus 5 multiply 11. When you multiply and add the numbers, you will get your answer. You will get option D. Ishu Benival, option D. Yes. Vasundhara, option D is correct. That is 39:41. That is, you will get 39 by 41. That is 39:41. Now move to the next question. That is question number 175. The income of a broker remains unchanged through the rate of commission is increased from 4% to 5%. The percentage of slump business is what? The income of a broker remain unchanged throughout the rate of commission is increased from 4% to 5%. The percentage of slump business is what? Let original be, we take B. Okay, it increased 0.4% and then 4% and then 5%. So when you original is 4%, that is 4 by 100, that is 4 by 100 B, that is 0.04 B. Okay, now it changed 4% to 5%. So income is remains same. Income remains same. That is 0.05 B dash is equals to 0.04 B. So B dash is equals to what? That is 0.04 upon 0.04 upon 0.05 B. That is, you will get 0.8 B. When you solve, you will get 0.8 B. So So business reduce from B to what? That is 0.8 B. Now B minus 0.08 B upon, that is B multiplied by 100. When you solve, you will get 20%. So 20% is the answer. So option number C is correct. Now move to the next question, that is question number 176. A, B, C can do a piece of work in 6 and 12 and 24 days respectively. They all together will complete the work in, like A will do in 6, B in 12 days and C is in 24 days. So first you will find the total work. Total work is what? When you take the LCM, as you know, work is equals to time into efficiency. The formula we use for work is equals to time into efficiency. Okay, that is work is equals to time into efficiency. So you have to find total work with the help of 6, 12, 24. 6, 12, 24, you take the LCM of 6, 12, 24, you will get your total work. Here is time given. Then you will find the efficiency of A, B, C, like how much work is done by A or B or C in a single day. Okay. So what will you get total work? That is 24. You will get 24 as LCM. So 6 4s are 24, 12 2s are and 12 1s are. So the efficiency of A is what? That is 4. The efficiency of B is what? That is 2. And efficiency of C, that is 1 for a single day. Okay. Now the question is, they all together, if they work together, how many days will take to complete the work? Okay. So the total work is what? That is 24. The efficiency of A is 4. Efficiency of B is 2 and C. So the efficiency of A, B, C is what? That is 4 plus 2 plus 1. That is 4 plus 2. That is 6 plus 1. That is 7. So as you know, time is equals to what? Work upon efficiency. Work is equals to time into efficiency. So time is equals to work upon efficiency. So how much is total work? That is 24 upon 7. That is 24 upon 7. It means they completed the work in, that is 7 3 is the 21, that is 3 by 7 days. 3 by 7 days. Understood? That is 3. That is 3 by 7 days. Like the question is A, B, C can do a piece of work in 6 days, 12 days, 6, 12, 24 days. So A for 12 days, B 12, A 6 days, B 12 days, C 24 days. So then you have to find the total work with the helping of LCM. You will get your total work. Then you have to find the efficiency. And as you know, work is equals to time into efficiency. So with the help of this formula, you will get time. Okay. Now move to the next question. So the answer is option number A, that is 3 by 7. Now move to the next question. That is question number 177. A car completes a fixed journey in 8 hours. It covers half distance at the speed of 40 km per hour and the rest of 60 km per hour. The distance of the journey is. So you have to find the distance of the journey. So total distance is D. Let total distance is equals to D and half distance is D by 2. Half distance is D by 2. So half covered by speed of 40 km per hour and half by 60 km per hour speed. Okay. So if we find T1, So speed is equals to distance upon time. So time is equals to distance upon speed. So we have to find the time. T1 is equals to d by s, that is distance by speed. So d is, that is half, covered by which speed, that is 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, that is 40 kilometer per hour. So d by 80. Now T2 is what? That is d by 2 covered by what speed? That is 60 kilometer per hour. It means d by 120. So total time how much? That is 8 hours. That is d by 80 plus d by 120 is equals to what? That is it. From solving this you will get your distance, total distance. A, that is 400 kilometers. Status word 400. Are you sure? 400. D by 80 plus D by 120. When you take the LCM of 80 and 120, you will get 240. You will get what? That is 240. It means 3D plus 2D. 3D plus 2D is equals to 8. Sorry, 8. Okay, 8. So 5D is equals to 8 multiplied 240. 5 4s are 20, 5 8s are 40, that is 48 multiply 8. So 8 8s are 64, 8 4s are 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 384 kilometers. So the answer is what? That is 384 kilometer. Status world, check your answer once again. 400 is not the correct answer. Correct answer is 384. First, the question you have given the total time taken by the car. Okay, total time taken by the car is 8 hours to complete a journey. Okay, so he covered half of the distance by the speed of 40 kilometer per hour and half of by 60 kilometer per hour. So first, with the help of formula, speed is equals to distance upon time. As you know, time is equals to distance upon speed. So you have half distance, that is t by 2, covered by what? That is 40 kilometer per hour. So d by 2 divided by 40. Similarly, you can solve by second time, and you know total time how much the car take, that is 8 hours. So t1 plus t2 is equals to 8. So you put your values in that equation, you will get your total distance that covered by the car in 8 hours, in 8 hours. So 384 kilometer distance covered by a car in 8 hours. Okay, understood? Okay, now move to the next question, that is next. So the question is, Sunita sold her old laptop at loss of 47%. Sunita sold her laptop at a loss of 47% for rupees 6360 to buy a new laptop. At what price should be sold to get a profit of 13%? Okay, what profit? So loss percent is what? Loss percent is what? That is 47%. Okay, now SP at 47% is equals to what? That is 6360. From here you will get your you can also write that 53% of CP is equals to what? That is 6360. From here you will get your CP. So CP is equals to 6360 multiply 100 divided by 53. So you will get 12000. So the cost price is 12,000 for 13% profit. SP is equals to 113% of what? That is 12,000. So SP is equals to 113 upon 100 multiply 120,000. Okay. So you will get your SP, that is 13560. So 13560 rupees is the answer. So Sunita sold her laptop at a loss of 47% for rupees 6360 to buy a new laptop. At what price? We have to find, like, at what price should it be sold to get a profit of 13%. Okay, so as you know, loss percent is given, that is 47%. You can say that 53% of CP is equals to 6360. So from this you will find the value of CP, and as you know, if you get the 13% profit, so SP is equals to what? 113 of 12,000. So by solving you will get your SP. So the answer is 13560. Now move to the next question, that is the ratio of the age of A and B is 3:11. After 3 years the ratio becomes 1:3. What are the age of A and B? So you have to give the answer like what are the age of A and B. So as you know, the ratio of A ratio B, that is 3:11, that is 3x and 11x. So after 3 years, that is 3x plus 3 upon 11x plus 3, the ratio become what? That is 1/3. So by cross multiply, 9x plus 9 is equals to 11x plus 3, that is 2x is equals to 6, so x is equals to 3. So x 2 3 is 6, x is equals to 3. So the A is 3 3 is 9 and B is 11 multiply 3, that is 33. So option number A is correct. Option number A is correct. Option number A is correct. Anyone? Vasundhara, Ishu, Status World. Understood? So the ratio of A and B is given, that is 3:11, and as you know, when the given in the ratio, that means 3x 11x. So what they are talking about? They are talking about 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years hence, 3 years from present, 3 years hence. So we will move in future. So by adding 3 in both the ages A and B, so 3x plus 3, 11x upon 3, the ratio becomes that 1/3. Okay, so by solving, by cross multiplying, you will get your value of x. So you can directly multiply the value of x by 3x 11x, you will get your answer. Now move to the next question, that is question number. The difference between two numbers is, so the difference of the two number is given, that is 1365. When larger number is divided by the smaller number, the quotient is 6. Okay, and the remainder is what? That is 15. So the smaller number is what? We have to find the smaller number. What is the smaller number? Okay, let the smaller number be x. So let the smaller number be x. Okay, so then the larger number is what? 6x plus 15, because according to the question they said the larger number is divided by a smaller number. The quotient is 6 and remainder is 15. So 6x plus 15 because quotient is 6 and remainder is 15. So 6x plus 15 minus x is equals to what? That is 1365. That is 1365. When you solve, you will get the value of x. So 5x plus 15 is equals to 1365. Okay, so you will get your the value of x, that is 270. That is 270. Option number C is correct. Option number C is correct. Now move to the next question, that is question number 181. So you have to simplify, like 100 raised to power, this is in power form, okay? So 100 raised to power 1 by 2 multiply 0.001 raised to power 1 by 3 minus 0.0016 raised to power 1 by 4 multiply 3 raised to power 0 plus 5 by 4 plus 5 by 4 is the correct question. And minus 1 is in power. Minus 1 is in power. So 100 raised to power 2, you can write 10 raised to power 2 1 by 2 multiply what? That is 0.1 raised to power 3 multiply 1 by 3 minus what? That is 0.2 raised to power 4 1 raised to power 4 multiply 3 raised to power 0 is equals to 1 plus 4 by 5 you can write. When you reciprocal the fraction you will get what? That is 4 by 5. When you solve you will get your answer, that is 10 multiply 0.1 minus 0.2 multiply 1 plus 4 by 5. That is 1 minus 0.2 plus 0.8. So when you solve you will get 1.6 answer. So option number A is correct for question number 181. Okay, now move to the next question. The HCF of two number is 12 and their difference is also 12. The number are. You have to give the number. So the HCF of two number, let two number be A and B. Okay. So the two number like A and B, so HCF is 12, that is 12A and 12B. Okay, 12A and 12B. Or when you find the HCF of A and B, you will get 1. Okay. So the difference is what? That is 12. Difference is 12. So 12B minus 12A is equals to what? That is 12. 12B minus 12A is equals to 12. So B minus A is equals to what? That is 1. So A is equals to what? A is equals to 1. B is equals to what? That is 2. Maybe the numbers are 12 or 24, or you can say that when you also find the difference, that is 96 minus what? That is 84, you will get 12. You will get 12. So you will write 84 is equals to 12 multiply 7. Or maybe 84 is equals to 12 multiply 7 and 96 is equals to 12 multiply 8. So what? That is 84, 96 is the correct answer. Now move to the next question. The ratio of percentage of father and son is what? That is 4:5, 4:7. That is 4:7. The father is 24 years older than his son. Then find the present age of father. We have to find the present age of father. The ratio of present age of father and son is like. So the father is what? That is 7x and son is what? That is 4x. So the difference is 7x minus 4x is equals to what? That is 24. So what? That is 3x is equals to 24. So x is equals to 8. So you have to find the present age of father. So father is 7 multiply 8, that is 56. So option number B is correct. Option number B is correct. Option number B is correct. Now move to the next journal English part. Okay, so the state in which the few govern the many: monarchy, oligarchy, plutarchy, autocracy. So the answer is what? That is oligarchy. That is option number B. That is oligarchy. Monarchy, ruled by a king or a queen. Plutocracy, ruled by wealthy people. Autocracy, rules by one person with absolute power. So the answer is oligarchy, state in which the few govern the many. Now move to the next question, that is 186. What is the meaning of sentence that villa is put on the market? That villa is put on the market. So something put on the market, that means for sale, maybe a for sale. So put on the market may be available for sale. So the answer is what? Villa is offered for sale. Villa that is converted into market. Villa has been renovated. Villa is about to be destroyed. So the option number is that villa is offered for sale, because that villa is put on the market. So put on the market, that is for sale. So option number A is correct. Now move to the next question. In the following question, choose the word which best express the meaning of the given question. Corpulent, 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 a person who is overweight. Okay, corpulent is a person who is overweight or has a large bulky body. So if we see from the fourth option, lean, gaunt, emaciated and obese. So obese, like obesity, when a person put a weight, we called him or her to be obese. So option number D is correct, that is obese. Now the next is, following are the question having a group of word, you have to choose the correct spell. Hierarchy, what is the correct spelling for hierarchy? Issue. Hierarchy, which spelling is correct from the given spellings? Which is correct? HIERARCHY, hierarchy, that is option number A is correct. Hierarchy is a system in which people are or things are arranged according to their importance or rank. Okay, now list of the business or subject to be considered at a meeting: schedule, timetable, agenda, plan. What is the correct? Issue. Question number 188. What is the correct? List of the business or subject to be considered at a meeting: schedule, timetable, agenda. So as we know from the given four option, agenda is the correct answer, like for talking something in a meeting, like some agenda. So option number C is correct. Now move to the next question, like identify the meaning of the item coining money from the following option: donating money to the poor, parsimonious, spending lavishly, making large amount of the money easily. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? Like identify the meaning of the idiom coining money. Coining money. So the answer is what? Issue. So the answer is option D, like making large amount of money easily. Okay. Now next, in the following question, choose the one which best expresses the opposite meaning of the given word, that is woeful. That is, so woeful is characterized by sorrow or misery. Okay, sorrow, misery. So you have 4 options: cheerful, not the answer; gloomy, sinful, careful. So the answer is what? That is cheerful. Okay, we have to give the opposite. So opposite what? That is cheerful. Okay. Woeful means full of sorrow, sadness or misery. If we are talking about the opposite, so opposite is what? That is cheerful. Cheerful is when we are excited. Okay. Happiness and joy. Okay, now next. Following are the questions having a group of words. You have to choose the correctly spell. You have to correct spelled word. Privilege. 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 So the correct spelling for privilege is what? Privilege. Correct spelling for privilege. Which word correct spelled? A, B, C, D. What? Issue. So the correct answer is option number C, that is privilege. Privilege, a special right, advantage or benefit given to a person or a group. Okay. Option C is correct, issue. Now move to the next question. Word inscribed on tone: epitome, epistle, epilogue, apologue, epitaph. Epitaph. So the answer is, word inscribed on tomb is epitaph. So an epitaph is a sentence or the phrase written as tombstone in a memory of deceased person. Okay, therefore the correct answer is epitaph. Now the sentence, even his best friend gave him the cold shoulder, refer to which of the following meaning? His best friend stood by him. His best friend treated him in a cold and distant manner. His friend supported him by giving same money. His best friend betrayed him. So the answer is what? So the answer is, his best friend treated him in a cold and distant manner. Next, in the following question, choose the word which is the best express the meaning of the given word. Embezzle. Embezzle. So embezzle is to dishonestly take or stole money. Okay, to dishonestly take or stole money. So you have 4 options, that is misappropriate, balance, remunerate, clear. So the answer is what? That is option number A, that is misappropriate, because the meaning of embezzle is like to dishonestly take money. Okay, so misappropriate. So the word embezzle means steal or misuse money that has been entrusted to someone, especially officially or secretly. So the word misappropriate has a similar meaning. Okay, in the following question, choose the one which best expresses the opposite meaning of the given. Destroy, make, produce, create, invest. That is destroy. That is create. Option C is correct. Destroy means to change completely or put an end to something. So the opposite meaning is create. Now move to the next question. That is, following are the question having a group of words. You have to choose correctly spelled word. Playwright, you have to choose the correct one. Okay, you have to choose the correct one from the given words. Playwright. So playwright, a person who write a play. Okay, so the option number C is correct. That is playwright. R-I-T-E is like to write something. So playwright is the correct option number C. Playwright. Now, following are the questions having a group of words. You have to choose the correctly spelled. Competent. 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 Option D. Competent. Like having the necessary ability. The meaning of competent is having the necessary ability, knowledge or skills to have something successfully. Okay, so the correct spelling for competent is like option number B, that is COMPETENT. Okay, COMPETENT is the right spell. Okay, now the custom or practice of having more than one husband at same time. The custom or practice of having more than one husband at a same time is said to be what? Polygyny, polyphony, polyandry, polychromy. What is the answer, issue? The custom or practice of having more than one husband at same time. That is polygyny, polyphony, polyandry or polychromy. So the answer is that option C, that is polyandry. Polyandry is the correct answer. Polygyny, one man having more than one wife is said to be polygyny. Polyphony, mannish sounds or voices together is said to be polyphony. Polychromy, uses of many colors. So the correct answer is polyandry is the custom or practice in which a woman have more than one husband at the same time. So now antonym of extrovert. Antonym of extrovert. Yes, option C is correct. Now the antonym of extrovert. All you know very well. The antonym of extrovert is what? That is antonym of extrovert. Issue. Yes, option B is correct. That is introvert. So thank you everyone. We will meet tomorrow. So I hope you like the session. Okay, thank you everyone for listening me. Make more and more practice on the daily basis. Take care everyone.